Hello. What's going on, y'all? We are live and we are doing political debates. Happy Friday, everybody. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. We are looking for conservatives, Republicans, all of the people with the bad brain. You're welcome to come up here and tell me why I should like Trump. Why should I like the Mad King? Why should I love the Pillsbury Proud Boy? What's up? What's up, Oscar? What's up, Amanda? Izzy, hello. He's tariffing Canada for the smoke. That'll fix it. That'll fix it. Speech last night was madness. I agree, dude. I agree. I agree. You couldn't debate without gaslighting or strawmanning. Sure. That's a cope if I ever heard one, dude. Good evening. What's up, Lauren? Luke Skywalker proudly has Trump derangement syndrome. We know, Lukey. We know you do. What's up, Sav? Ooh, thank you, Kirsten. Hello. Guys, we love the spamming idiots in chat because it just helps the algorithm. We just love that engagement. Keep on spamming. And did you know Mark Hamill, the guy who plays Luke Skywalker, also hates Trump? Went to Bidford today. What's Bidford? Luke Skywalker is the leader of the rebellion against the Empire. True, dude. True. Oh, where the ice thing happened. See how long ago? You know what? I don't care. Don't bother me none. Bless his heart. Bless his little heart. Let's go get a fence sitter. Guys, we are doing political debates. And if you are like Luke Skywalker here and you love Trump so much that you just gotta spam TDS. You know the guy who wrote the TDS bill? The guy who wrote the TDS bill got caught trying to touch a 16-year-old girl, even though he has wife and kids. Yeah. Eek. Eek. All right, let's get my main account in here. Also, the phone line is on. Let me turn on the phone line. The phone number is on, chat, and if you want to debate, call this phone number right here. Also, because he wants to kiss his sister. I love that. Also, guys, tap the screen. Let's get to 10K while Luke helps us out with the algorithm with comments. Tap the screen. Say hi if you're just coming in. And let's have a nice little Friday, y'all. Has a really interesting record. I saw that guy has. I heard his wife spoke out, said that he asked her to lie about character weakness. The guy is bipolar. He has a history of abusing his wife. Not good. Still trying to digest it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Adam Cray did an interview. Wild, dude. Wild. Guys, the phone number's not visible on TikTok. Heavens to Betsy. He's down there in person. Yeah, that's awesome. Reaching out. You guys want to see little Pickles? She is on the bed. There we go. She is just sprawled out. We just took her for a walk and she did her big girls. Does somebody want to spam what Luke is saying? I mean, just like, just want to pin it. How is she doing eating? She is doing good. She ate her food today like a good girl. She is doing good. Chat, tap the screen. Let's get to 10K likes really quick. We're just sitting at like 3,700. Let's send this out to more people. Hello, is Trump supporter?
Yes.
Nice. What do you like about Trump?
All right. Benjamin prepares to do the conversation with Pickles. He needs a moment of reflection, please.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, Benjamin has reflected. What was the question again?
What do you like about Trump?
There's many things, but to start with, I would say the policies.
His policies. Which policies? That's usually what you kind of what you look for in a candidate, but I would just say that the last 3 times Trump has run for president, he didn't really post any real policies. It was mostly just rhetoric. It's crazy, bombastic, stupid, insane rhetoric. We can look at his policies on his website that he did, the Agenda 47 that he wrote. It reads like an 8th grader wrote it. Not gonna lie.
Okay. Benjamin reflects on what the Pickles is saying. And I've processed it, and I'm ready to respond.
Are you referring to yourself in third person?
No. Benjamin forgets.
All right, so you have a policy or?
Yes. The big beautiful bill.
Nice. The thing that added trillions of dollars in debt and created 95% higher tax rates for 95% of Americans. Created higher tax rates for 95% of Americans. Gave us good tax deductions on pistol silencers, tanning beds, yachts. That was good.
Right. But Benjamin would just disagree on a fundamental level.
Okay.
May I elaborate?
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. So you're mentioning they put trillions of dollars into millionaires' pockets, but the problem is going to be that it also put money into people that are impoverished pockets.
People
Does
that
that
are
make
in,
sense?
you said impoverished?
Benjamin said that.
I can't take you seriously if you're going to be saying it under
No,
third
it
person.
is something. Well, no. It's my therapist told me to do this. It helps me to process properly.
All right. Well, I have a report for you from the ITEP that says 95% of all people paid higher taxes last year after the BBB was passed.
Can you read some of it to me, please?
Yeah,
Just the first part.
a lot of it has to do with uh, skirting insurance costs and insurance subsidiaries back to the front, like to Americans having to pay for it out of pocket. So a lot of people saw insurance rates increase to about like almost to the tune of 200, 300%.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good point. I would say that Benjamin will take a moment of time to reflect, and I will return with a proper argument for pickles.
Here's the article. Trump's
Okay.
policies raise costs for most Americans while delivering trillion-dollar benefits to the wealthy. Uh,
Mhm.
So this is just again, this is called the bait and switch. This is Trump's best trick. He cons you. He hoodwinks you. He got you.
Okay, so I will return soon. Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna move to the next guest while you ponder in
Okay.
the third
All right.
person.
All right. Benjamin loves you. Thank you.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Fat is good. No, I like Kamala Harris, bro. Okay?
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Hello, I got one thing to say. I'm not a troll, but I have this political account and I'm trying to boost it. Can you help me?
No, I don't know what kind of politics you do.
Mainly like left side. I'm not like a right side MAGA, but I just want
Spam
everyone
it,
viewing this.
spam it in my comments. All right, I don't do freebies. I don't do freebies unless I know you. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Oh, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
All right, chat. That's a good start for a Friday. It's a good start. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Chat, if only MAGA were actually still alive. I think the movement's just about dead. I think it's just about dead. But we can't stop now. We can't stop fighting. Can't let Trump breathe life into it with fake election lies. We've got to keep fighting. Chad, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Also, if you're friendly, tap the screen. We're still under 10K likes. Look it up. Build this little bar up once or twice. Also, sharing is caring. It's one of the best ways to support. Also, consider becoming a super fan. Basically, it makes you go from here to like here with like coolness. You ascend rank in coolness, and it's as easy as that. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
We'll meet again. Don't know.
What the fuck? Beep, beep, bum, bum, ba-dum. The bottom 95% of taxpayers will see tax increases on average, driven by expanded tariffs and income tax changes. It is true. Trump gotcha. He gotcha. He gotcha.
We'll meet again. Don't know.
Oh,
We'll meet again.
holy cow, dude. Daycare must have got out early. Daycare must got out early. Can we get some bans on these troll accounts? Thank you, D. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right. What do you like about Trump?
In my opinion, I think what Trump is trying to do is make us a hegemonist power, and that includes taking over China.
Does that include putting ourselves into bankruptcy first?
No one cares about that, bro.
What do you mean no one cares about that? We have a credit rating, right?
No one cares about that, dude.
I think
This
there's
is
one
bigger
side that
than
doesn't
the-
care about it, but I would
Listen.
say that there is a whole side of the country that does care about it.
Listen very carefully what I said. In my opinion, he's trying to gain leverage over China, especially with this war in Iran.
No, Trump is not playing 4D chess with this warning we're on. He is maybe doing some market manipulation, making some money for him and his children, but there's no winning here. Like, we're not
Can you
getting
explain
anything out of
that to
it.
me, please?
There's
Can
no
you
long
explain that to
game,
me?
right?
Explain that to me.
Yeah, so Trump comes out on a Saturday, says that the strait's going to be open, and then it's not. Rinse and repeat 11 times. Dump money into
Explain
oil
how
futures.
he's making money for his children.
Well,
Explain that to
so
me.
his children, I think it's Don Jr., has a ton of money in the drone markets, right?
Wow. You're misinformed.
Am I?
Do you realize that they have been in the business of building hotels?
And drone markets.
You answer my question.
Yeah, and drone markets, right? Like it shows on the screen.
Answer my question.
Yes, I know that Trump is a real estate mogul.
Thank you. His family is going to continue to make money. So, do you really think this is about Trump and making money?
Yes, yes.
You honestly think that Trump put us in a war with Iran to make money?
And probably distract us from Epstein files. Yes. Yes.
Here we go, everybody. The Epstein files. Nobody cares about the Epstein files unless...
Correction. The left cares about the Epstein files.
Let me finish. Nobody cares about the Epstein files unless you're on TikTok.
False. The entire world
Bro.
cares about it. It's
No,
just that very few of us
they
can
do not.
focus enough.
They do not.
We
They
can
do
focus. You can't just tell me what I care about. You can't tell my audience
You
on
care
YouTube,
about
by
it
the way,
because
what
you're on
they
TikTok.
care about. I'm on YouTube as well, right?
Nobody cares.
I'm on
about the
Facebook. I'm on
Epstein
YouTube. I'm on Instagram. They all care. They all care.
Yes, you are the problem.
I'm a problem for raising awareness for
Yes.
the largest child sex
You
trafficking ring
are-
in United States
no.
history. I'm a problem.
False.
I'm a problem for you and Trump.
No. You are in a bubble.
Excuse me? I talk to people on the opposite side of my politics every day for a living. How am I in a bubble?
Nobody cares about the Epstein files.
You can't just make this go away, dude. You can't make it go away. You are, in fact,
Nobody
complicit in this.
cares
You are
about the
complicit in
Epstein files.
protecting pedophiles. You are complicit.
Nobody cares about the Epstein files.
You are complicit. I am so sorry this is happening to you. And that every day I'm going to have to remind you
I'm so
that
sorry
Trump
you're
is
brainwashed.
protecting the Epstein files.
I'm
He's
so sorry you're
protecting people who
brainwashed.
touch little kids.
I am so sorry that
I'm
you
sorry.
have been fooled by this.
I'm being fooled. I'm
Yes,
being
you
fooled.
are.
You have given up. You
Yes.
have you have given up. You are distracted. You want to think that Trump is playing 4D chess by fucking up our relationship with our allies, and the economy of the entire world. You think this is 4D chess, while Trump is
Let's
very
expand on it.
blatantly, shut your mouth, very blatantly with Todd Blanche, have shut down investigations into Epstein. Why do you think that is?
Chat, he told me to shut my mouth. He does not want to hear a different opinion.
No, I want to be able to say things uninterrupted. You're welcome to retort now.
Finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. I want to go back to the original point that I was trying to make. Yeah, you go ahead and make that face.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're waiting for this profound response. And I'm really excited to hear how you're not about to try right now again to distract me from the Epstein files. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to make this very clear.
These aren't the drones you're looking for.
Nobody cares about the Epstein files
Okay.
unless you're on TikTok.
Shit.
Now let me finish. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think we went to war with Iran?
Because Netanyahu wanted Trump to do it,
Oh my God.
right?
That took 5 seconds. Listen, everybody, this is very typical of these leftists. Everything is about the Jews. Everything is about Epstein, who is a Jew. This is the problem. Mike, I'm going to ask you one more time. Why do you really think we are in Iran?
I just told you you'd had nothing to say in response to it besides trying to get people to think I'm anti-Semitic. I love Jewish
You
people.
are.
I love
You
Jewish
are.
people. I think Jewish people are
No, you
just
don't.
fine.
You
I
do
think the
not.
state of Israel is
You do
horrible.
not.
I think the state
You
of
do
Israel is
not.
horrible.
No, you do not.
You literally
You
go to
do
rallies with
anti-Semitic.
neo-Nazis. You go to rallies with neo-Nazis. We condemn them. Try again.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
And I'm gonna say the same thing. You're not saying anything. You can't just keep asking me the same question. I'm gonna give you the same answer.
Dude,
You're computing at you're a Pentium 3, dude. You're a Pentium 3, and I'm a fucking Ryzen. I'm a fucking Threadripper here. You're just pausing. You have nothing to say. You're just
Look at him.
stuttering. You're buying
Look at
time.
him.
You've got
Look at
nothing.
him. He's
You're
crashing out.
buffering.
He's
Are
crashing
you just
out.
gonna ask me the same question again?
I'm going to ask you one more time. Why do you think we went to war with Iran? And do not say Israel.
Yeah, Israel.
Chat.
Tell me how it's not. Can you tell me how it's not?
This has nothing to do with Israel.
Oh, does it? Really? We had an MOU that Israel completely fucked up. How is it not about Israel? Go ahead.
Who is affected? Can you tell me what countries are affected with the blockade?
Literally every country on Earth.
Name me one.
China. Russia.
Thank you. Thank you.
United States.
There you go. There you go. My
But
little
it's not in
flower
a,
pot.
it's not in a vacuum
My
though,
little
right?
flower
It's not in a
pot.
vacuum.
My little flower pot. There you go.
Vato. You can
Let's
stop being
expand
condescending.
on that.
Are we
Let's
equally
expand
as
on that.
affected as China? Can you tell me that?
Let's expand on that.
How, dude,
Let's
you're not
expand
making
on that.
any sense, right? We are
I
suffering,
really
right?
am.
Our gas prices
You
also
are the
suffer,
one
right?
crashing out.
You have nothing to say. I think you're.
You said China, right?
Okay. Yes.
Did you say
And
China?
every other
Thank
country
you.
on Earth.
Thank you.
Every
No, no,
single
no,
country
no,
on
no,
Earth.
No, no, no. I'm not done. I'm not done. Why would you say China?
Because China gets, I believe it's,
Oh,
I
so
think
you
it's
don't know.
20% of their oil from there. I think it's a little more than that. It could be more than that. They get a ton of their oil from the Strait of Hormuz, but so does the rest of us. So when China suffers, we
Very
suffer,
good.
right?
No, 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 no,
When
no,
China
no, no,
suffers-
no. Not the rest of us.
Yes.
Not the rest of us. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You see what he did there? Do you
Yes.
see what he did there?
Can
No,
you
no, no,
correct
no.
me?
Not
You're-
the rest-
you're
not the
very-
United States. Not
Can you
the
answer
United
directly?
States.
Can you answer directly?
Not the United States.
Yeah. How's our gas prices doing?
Not the
How
United
are gas
States.
futures right now? The Strait of Hormuz is closed,
Listen
right?
very carefully. My little flower pot. Listen very carefully.
Everybody suffers.
You admitted that China has a lot to lose with this.
Mm-hmm.
The United States does not.
Dude, you're literally like one
The
sentence into this
United
argument.
States does
It's been
not.
like 10
Listen very-
minutes. Can you
listen
please help
very
me
carefully.
out? Can we go a little further? When China suffers, who else suffers? Can you name one country?
Russia.
Okay, and do
Go
any of
on.
our allies suffer?
Yes, Europe.
Do any of our allies not suffer?
Europe suffers.
Do any of
Russia
our allies
suffers.
not
China
suffer?
suffers.
Do we suffer?
No.
Okay. All right. So tell
We
me,
do not. Do you
are we
wanna know
going
why?
to be out of fertilizer in about a year?
Do you
Are we going to
wanna
be out
know
of
why?
fertilizer in about a year?
Do you want to know why?
How? How do we not suffer?
We, ever since this war with Iran, we've become the #1 exporter of energies in the Gulf of Americas.
We still don't have enough. We don't have
Can I
enough
say
to
one
go
word?
around.
I'll say one word to you: Venezuela.
Yeah, it's still not enough. Still not enough. It's still not enough. We don't have enough. We
Panama
make about.
Canal.
All right. What does that have to do with anything?
The
13.6
Panama Canal.
Vato. We drills 13.6.
Greenland.
Vato, I'm gonna have to mute you. 13.6 million barrels a day. How much does the world need? How much does the world need, Vato? How much do we need?
You are lying to your guests.
How much do we need? How much does the world need, Vato?
You are lying.
Correct me then. Can you tell me?
You are lying.
Can you correct me, Vato?
You admitted
Answer how
You
much oil do we need
admitted
as a country? How
that
much?
the country that is affected most by this is China.
Vato, how much
But
oil
you
do we
have
need as a
not-
country?
You have not explained how is China affected by this?
Dude, you're dumber than a bag of hair. How much
No.
how much oil do we
You are
use as a country?
gaslighting.
Vato.
You are gaslighting.
Vato, I'm gonna kick
Do
you
not
if you can't tell
your
me.
listeners
I'm gonna
you're
kick you.
lying.
I'm gonna kick you.
You are
How,
lying.
Vato, how much
You're
oil do we use as a
lying.
country? How much oil do we use as a
You are
country?
lying.
Vato,
You're lying.
how much oil?
You are lying.
Vato, focus up here, big boy.
Remember the
20
Gulf of Mexico? Do you remember the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah. How much oil do we use as a country, Vato?
Why do you think we wanted to be called the Gulf of America? Why do you think that?
Vato, focus. How much oil do we
Why
use as a country?
Do you think Trump
Ah.
wanted to be called Gulf of America? You won't answer the question.
I asked you a question first, Vato. Now it's your turn. Can you answer?
Why do you think it's called the Gulf of America?
That sounds like a question, not an answer. Can you give me an answer? Just wondering if you knew.
You don't know.
Can you give me an answer? I'm just wondering
very
if you knew how
sad.
much oil we use as a country.
You actually do not know.
Hey, Vato, how much oil do we use as a country?
Why was
Oh, that doesn't sound like an answer. Hey, Vato, how much oil do we use as a country?
chat? He's lying to you.
Oh, Vato, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like an answer. Is it
He is
is
lying.
it about 21 million barrels a day? Is that how much we use as a country, Vato?
How much do we export?
How much do we drill?
How much do we export? That's the
How
question.
much do we drill, Vato?
How much do we export?
How much do we drill?
Chat, he won't answer the question.
How much do we drill?
This guy is gaslighting you guys. He's lying to you.
Hey, if we drill 13.6
Gentlemen,
million
right
barrels
here.
a day, Vato,
Anti-American.
if we drill 13.6 million barrels a day and we use 20, Is that a
And he
deficit?
mutes me.
Is
He
that a
likes to
deficit?
mute me. He doesn't want to have a conversation. He
Vato-
likes to mute me.
you got to answer me directly, or else I gotta kick you.
Why do you keep muting me?
All right, you can come back up if you're willing to have a conversation, but we're adults here, and I know MAGA not really on the same page, but you gotta answer my questions. Sounds like you're running. You don't really get time to be on my show if you're not gonna answer. So sorry, Vato. That's rough, dude. Erica, I see you in the chat. I see you in here. I'm gonna put a pause on friendly since that was just my first guess. Hello, are you a Trump supporter? I think Vato's brain is just a little too tiny for these conversations. Oh, I did not get my massage today. I had a doctor's appointment. I got some blood drawn. Maybe tonight. I don't know. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, you're welcome to hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. Why is your brain not good? Why are you conservative? Why is your brain not work good? Why are you like Vato? We are net exporters of oil. Yeah. So we also import. We also we rely on a world market. So oil's a world commodity. If gas is scarce around the world, it is expensive for us. Vato, we're gonna have to be fair, okay, buddy? When I ask you a question, you have to answer. I'll answer one question, you answer one question, okay?
As long as you tell the truth to your people, you are lying.
How about you just tell me? Tell my
You
people
are
what you want me to
gaslighting
say.
them. You
Tell
are
my people.
gaslighting.
Can you tell me what you want me to
Everything
say?
about you, you are gaslighting everybody.
Okay, we export
Answer one more
10.7
question,
million
and I
barrels per
promise
day.
I will shut up.
We
I promise I will shut up.
we export
I
10.7
promise I will
million.
shut up. I promise I will shut up. Answer this question. Why do you think we went to a war with Iran?
Israel.
And do not say Israel.
Okay, well, I said Israel. What are you going to do?
He's anti-Semitic. There it
That's
is.
all you have?
You're anti-Semitic.
That's all you got.
Not why. You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, why'd we go to
You're
war?
not that smart, dude. You're not that smart. Do you want me to answer that question?
Yes, go ahead. Tell me why we went to war with Israel or
China.
with Iran.
China.
Okay, what is this doing to China?
We are trying to get leverage over China. That's why.
Okay.
You
And
fucking idiot.
okay, and when
Fucking moron.
all right, and when we tried to
You know, I will tell you.
and when we tried to do an MOU to get out of there and then give them $300 billion, $300 billion, what does that do to China? Is that really bad for them?
I will confess one thing to you. I do not like Trump saying that we went there for the Iranian people. He doesn't give a fuck about that.
No way. You don't
give a fucking fuck.
say.
He doesn't give a shit.
So you're
about
just
the
guessing,
people.
right?
Let me finish. He don't give a shit about the Iranian people. He doesn't give a shit about nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I know.
This,
So you're just speculating, right? This is just your opinion? All right, Vato, you're too stupid to even talk to. I can't. It just boils my blood. You're just too stupid. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
You know, I think we need to keep sending aid to Israel because Israel is our greatest ally and it's the homeland of the Jews. And I think it needs to be protected from, these terroristic little kids, aka the Hamas fighters. Um, and Israel, they're fighting a hard war.
Yeah, sure. Hey, man, did you know that in Gaza, more war journalists have been killed in Gaza than in all conflicts throughout the world combined? Do you think that Israel might be doing some indiscriminate bombing?
Well, I mean, wars are never perfect, and again, you would have
I didn't
to,
really ask you if they're perfect, but this kind of says a little more than that, right? It says that they're a little more than imperfect.
but you realize you realize in every single war people have did that, right?
Yeah, but this is like exponentially more journalists. Do you think that speaks to anything?
You act like they're just going after journalists. They're not.
Yeah, they're going
I
after
don't. I don't.
kids. They're going
I
after
don't fully agree with.
kids.
I don't fully agree with them going after kids, but I think what they're trying to get rid
Are
of
you
Hamas.
are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm 19.
What's your birthday?
February 16th, 2007.
All right. So what makes you think that after all of these UN reports, after all of these ICC warrants for Netanyahu for doing war crimes, for indiscriminately bombing entire villages and towns in Lebanon and Gaza, after bombing all 36 hospitals in Gaza, what makes you think that they're just simply just defending themselves after like painting bombs in the shape of soccer balls for kids to pick up and die? Do you think that they're really just doing some self-defense?
Did, I mean, you forget to mention October 7th.
Yeah, we had something like 3 times worse than October 7th, and we didn't do things this disgusting.
Well, again, those are all actions caused by Hamas. It's a thing called cause and effect, and the
No,
cause of that.
absolutely not. We lost 3,000 people in 9/11. Did we go throw like soccer painted bombs into children's areas in Afghanistan and Iraq?
No, but you did invade their country, correct?
Yeah, but we didn't just kill their civilians, right?
I mean, you
That's why
kind of
we.
did, but it was not. It was mainly in self-defense, kind of, because Afghanistan's
I don't
they
think
were like
so.
trying to have by children. But
I
look,
don't think
just
so,
like how
man.
Hamas does it, but
Mm, I don't think so, man. I don't think that really. I don't think you can make a case for civilian deaths when it comes to bombings in
so
Iraq
I have a
and
question.
Afghanistan.
Do you think in war like civilians are going to die?
Yeah, it's about minimizing civilian death. It's about showing that you're not indiscriminately bombing.
But what's your evidence that they're indiscriminately bombing these places? Because they're
Because the
based off like
enormous amount of civilian deaths.
based on what I'm hearing is like the way Hamas is settled and where they settle their things, they put it right next to places like high school, like schools and stuff like that, hospitals, and they'll
We
hide
have
behind that.
footage. We have footage of snipers just shooting, picking off kids. IDF soldiers just beating the shit out of civilians, torturing people, tying them up. This is entirely different.
But like, what's your evidence that they're just going after that they're not
We,
going
we
after
have
Hamas?
videos. We have videos. Like all they have to say is that they're going after Hamas. That Hamas is hiding in these civilian centers, and I guess that gives you that manufacturer's consent from you. But there's multiple courts, and there are multiple organizations, watchdog organizations that have evidence to the contrary, very uniquely to Israel. So Israel's very problematic in this sense, in that if you think it's all the same, I think you have a hard time defending uh, uh, T groups that Iran pays, right? Because I think they're far more uh, discriminate than Israel.
So I have a question. Do you think Israel is the homeland of the Jews?
I don't really have any sort of religious belief surrounding that. I think that is silly and superstitious.
But don't you think that entire land is theirs since they've been there since the biblical times? Don't
No,
you think they
that
deserve that land?
no, I don't think so. No. Do you think that we should give this land back to native like indigenous people because they were here
No, no,
before
no, no,
us?
no. That
Oh, why not? They were here way before us.
But again, they fought a war for the land and they lost.
Okay. if I had a child and I named him Jesus Christ and demanded you worship him, would that make a lot of sense to you?
No, it wouldn't make sense, obviously. But the thing is that the Jews have occupied that area for almost like for thousands of years, and you
It's
mean
not
to
true.
tell me some random country called Palestine that just magically appears out of nowhere deserves rights because they call themselves a country?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that we have maps that show that Israel's encroached on Palestinians' land since World War II.
Well, I don't know where you're getting this from.
Yeah, it's completely backwards.
And the Bible does not say Palestine either. I don't know what the
Yeah,
comments are
I don't
talking
think the
about.
Bible's a
But look,
historical book, dude.
well, it is a historical book because it dates back from a very long time ago, and Palestine doesn't exist.
What about this? What about this map? You see how how Israel just grew and encroached on Gaza and Palestine?
Um,
You see that? You see that you can't just use some holy book, some random holy book, and claim that you have some religious right to it?
uh, kind thing. Yeah. But like, that's how I was raised because like, like
Well,
we were always
you're
taught
just
like is
you were indoctrinated, is what you're saying.
I wouldn't say I was indoctrinated at all. I was just saying like, like, that's like,
So you're just I would say that that is in fact a doctrine. So the Bible is a doctrine. It's kind of outside of historical truths. It's got alternate truths, alternate data, uh, things that conflict with like science, provable science. It is in fact a doctrine.
and also I didn't particularly know that Israel was dropping like bombs that look like soccer balls. I didn't know any of that stuff. Because I don't really hear too much about that at all. Uh,
Well, time for you to go do some Googles, man.
yeah. All right. Well, have a nice day.
You too. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Personally, what I like about Trump is kind of how people converge to him. And I think in the convergence, it's not healthy all the time, but it's sometimes good for people. Whereas in the other parties, I won't just point at one, but I'll point at several. It's getting a little bit caustic, as in you can be wrong, but it's not okay. It's okay to be wrong, but kind of like as a reference, the
What do you
young guy
mean by
before,
converge?
a lot of people go to Trump because they're I don't want to say hateful, but they kind of hit a tipping point of arguing with too many people around or having the ideologies or you're told that how you grow up is how you're going to make your place in this world. And in that, sorry, I'm getting a little bit off track. Let me get back to it.
Can you do this without trying to use words you don't know the meaning of?
Yes.
Cool.
People converge to Donald Trump because it's a lot of arguing, it's a lot of hate in America, but it's not really as dividing as they say. So I think that kind of me personally, I walk over to Trump because it sucks to be told, hey, I think gender roles exist. They don't. Well, I mean, hey, we both can be wrong. But I think that once I get into an argument with somebody and things get further and I get more angry, it makes me kind of shut off. And when I see other Trump supporters, it's a group of people like that. And I kind of
So
have the
just
conscience to understand where I am, but I also have the understanding to say, I want to be where I'm happy.
I don't think you've really said anything. I think you just said you're kind of like politically homeless and somebody made you mad, so you gravitate to Trump because you don't know what else to do. And thinking's hard.
Who's going to decide the next midterms? Is most of the people who are politically homeless. So, I mean, if we're speaking about that and we're speaking like who supports Trump and where people are going,
I
wouldn't
think
that kind of
Trump
be the
is
top?
Trump has got the lowest
You know?
approval rating of any sitting president in history, I think. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're really making a case. You're just like, I'm. If I were to describe like sheep behaviors, and I mean like literal sheep, you know how like they just kind of like flock toward each other and follow each other. I think you're
hmm
describing yourself as something like that, right?
What is most of society but the same? Like we're all the same people. I mean, you're calling me a sheep, but what do you do different, or what do most people do different than each other? Like I get that, and you're saying, yeah, I'm following. You know, sheep people follow Trump in his bad sayings, and it makes you feel better. But what what does that make it where it's not going to still be people who flock to him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why not be where you're happy? Why not be where they help you?
I don't think that I don't think that you've really made any sense. Still, I don't know. I think that if you were to wipe the slate clean and just look at the two parties uh, with as little bias as possible, and go, gee, I hate when the economy sucks. Which party does better with the economy? You can just look at the two. There's a very clear answer. The left does way better with the economy. Way, way, way better. Um, if you want to talk about gender roles, if you want to start talking about legislating social norms, be like, I want the president to make some stupid executive order that just says there are two genders. If you think that actually does anything for anybody, then you go for it. It's not going to change anything. I still refer to as trans women as women. Um, I don't know. Maybe it spreads hate and vitriol and
I,
causes
I agree
violence
with
towards
you.
that community, but I don't really think it like solves anything, right?
I agree with you, but I mean, when it comes to the economy, I think that most people actually just do better once they find a career or path. Now, there's a lot of people who don't,
I think
who
you're
haven't
talking
found
about
their lane.
individual outcomes. I'm talking about the economy as a whole.
Yes. Um, in the individual outcomes in the economy as a whole, who is doing better if you're not a part of the rich class, whether it's Democrats or Republican? Kind of ends up in the same boat.
What?
Most people, once they hit a certain age range, you kind of do better. You save money. It's about your mindset. I
Dude,
mean,
I think you're really stupid. Go to the next guest. Yo, what's up, Redacted?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing good.
Listen, I'm not going to take long or much of your time. I know you're looking for ops, but I wanted to show you something real quick, if you don't mind. If no, I completely understand.
Hurry up.
All right. So this is about, what was his name, Eric, or the guy that was talking about Palestine. So as we all know, no, I don't want a green screen. As we all know, the country of Israel, as we know it, that wasn't me, was founded in 1948. Now, I'm going to show you here. Yeah. Okay. Congress, year 1892, printed in 1892. Bingo. That's all. You can drop me
Oh,
that back in now. I
oh
appreciate it.
shit. W redacted. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh no. This
All right, the phone line is back on, chat. If you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. Guys, I'm cranky today. I'm cranky. We're cortisol maxing today. Oh, yeah, let's bring up my main. You're allowed to be cranky in Trunks America. Thank you. One of the guests said Palestine wins the Bible. Yeah. I'm cranky after that last caller. I know. Like what? I like Trump because people converge to Trump. What? What are you fucking talking about, dude? Is it really 553? Jesus. Hello, is this a Trump supporter? That guy was in fact a Trump supporter. 558. Yeah. That guy was in fact a Trump supporter. Don't worry about it, chat. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Yes, it is.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
I think he's trying to protect our border, trying to stop illegal immigrants from crossing over to the U.S., damaging our economy. And he's also supporting Israel, who is fighting Islamic extremism across the world. So, yeah.
So I would say I would make the point that the way Trump is combating the immigration problem at the border is in no way helping the economy. In fact, I think he's doing more more harm to the economy. Just in regards to his mass deportation, we have multiple reports that show that his style of mass deportation is going to create a $350 billion deficit. It's going to cost about $1 trillion. It's going to suppress wages for every person in America, but including the top 63%, we're going to see roughly a $2,700 decrease in wages over the next 10 years. And I think it's just a kind of a fascist movement. I don't think there's any case to be made to do what he's doing.
Well, if you look at it like this, right, a lot of economic models estimate that the lifetime financial strain of one illegal immigrant per 5 years is $68,000. That's healthcare, that's public schooling, and a lot of these migrants go into low-income minority neighborhoods. Like I live in a minority neighborhood. Like respectfully, like these migrants are not flooding into Beverly Hills. And you know, a lot of leftists really come off as elitist because they live in upper middle class neighborhoods where migrants can't afford to even go within 10 miles of, and they flood lower income minority neighborhoods. They take the low skill jobs. And you know, I've seen that personally. I don't, you know, have to read stats. Like I've seen this with my own eyes. Like,
yeah, no, it's just an anecdote. So like I've seen the opposite. So who's right? Gee, we should look at the data. So if the data says you're wrong, The data says that even looking at Florida, for instance, they had this mass exodus of all of the undocumented migrants, and they're still in a labor crisis. So nobody believes that they're taking your jobs. We still haven't seen anybody take the jobs that they left 5 years ago in Florida. So it's just a giant crock of shit.
Well,
Also, Trump has paused deportations on people in certain areas, such as farming. So I just don't think he's going to even do that.
well, if these jobs are not being offered to U.S. citizens and they're exclusively being offered to people with no documentation, it's actually more greedy for is the business owners. Like, you know, you're on the left, you guys are supposed to support socialism and more like government welfare programs. And like, when it comes to the immigration argument, you guys kind of flip and defend the greedy business owners that don't want to pay fair wages. They don't want to pay for health insurance and benefits for their employees. They'd
I
rather
think this is a
just
pivot. This is a pivot, right? We've seen Florida. It's literally illegal to offer a job to an undocumented migrant, and they haven't filled these jobs. There is a labor shortage. What do you think is happening there?
But brother, you know, these people, even though it's like there's still many migrants working under the books in Florida today. Like that's the whole point of being under the books. You work, you know, you're not getting taxed on your check. You just get paid
Now,
under
at
the
the threat of
table.
a felony, they are not, absolutely not. People, there was a huge mass exodus from Florida. It is very rare, and they have a labor shortage. So even if they were working under the books, there's not enough of them.
Okay. But let me ask you this: do you think that like America as a whole would just be more healthy as a country if we wouldn't have like like nobody we had no migrants at all, like zero, like a net zero, and all the jobs would be by American citizens, every last one? You don't think that would be a net positive for the country? Like yes, we would
No,
have a
I
labor
think it's like
shortage. Then
negative 100 IQ. We are in population decline. So no, we would be fucked. We would also
Okay.
have like a what's called a brain drain. So all of the great talent that we could be recruiting from other countries would just be recruited by China or our adversaries, which is what they do. They focus solely on doing that.
Okay. So what do you think about Trump's support to Israel?
I think it's dumb. I think it's sloppy. I think Israel's a terrorist nation. I think just about every country on earth that's developed agrees with me. I think you have to be like a Christian weirdo or
I'm agnostic.
all right, then you have to be a
Right.
political hack to think that this is true. We don't need Israel as a forward base for our terrorist movements in the Middle East. I think we're just fine without it. I think we're our own enemies here. I think that without us, we wouldn't see the likes of these terrorist groups rising up. I think that
Like
you
what?
can't even make a claim that we should defend Israel without making the same claim for defending Ukraine, right? Which you
Well,
guys
I
are
think
vehemently against.
no, I'm absolutely for defending Ukraine, and I think we should be funding Ukraine. But I also think that we should also be defending and supporting Israel as well. You just made a statement a minute or so ago. You said that I believe that certain terrorist groups wouldn't appear if it wasn't for the U.S. Oh, can you give me some
Yes.
examples?
Yeah. ISIS, Al Qaeda.
Okay. So okay, now elaborate that for me on that, because I actually like more foreign policy is like what I really kind of study, or like, you know, economics is one thing, but like tell me about that, and I'll give you my counter argument as to why Al Qaeda and ISIS would have popped up regardless of U.S. intervention.
Okay. So are you aware of the torture program we had in the Middle East before 9/11?
You said torture program.
Yes.
Are you talking about? No, that was I wouldn't call it a program. It was a camp. It was a military. Like that's where they had the pictures of all the Iraqi men stacked on top of each other. Correct? Is what you're referring to? Camp something? It was. Hold on. Is that what you're
It's
referring
like
to?
Abu
Sir?
Ghraib? Yes.
Abu Ghraib. Yes. Yeah. Tell me. Like what? Tell me.
What groups arose out of that when they caught wind of that?
Are you telling me that the Al Qaeda came out of the You're telling me that the creation of Al Qaeda was from a camp that we had in Iraq? You know that's a global terrorist network, right?
So because they're global doesn't means that they didn't arise out of actions we did in the Middle East?
I just think that Americans give themselves too much credit sometimes, you know? It's like we just think that we're so big and powerful that every country and every group has to move on our accord. You know, it kind of robs all these other groups of agency, you know? Like, you know, that's my broader point, but I could get into specifics.
I don't
as
think
to,
you
like,
really
how,
said anything there, right? Can you tell me how that's not true?
I mean, there's many different ways I could prove that wrong. Hold on.
Then do one.
As far as Al Qaeda or ISIS, you know, Al Qaeda was formed in the
ISIS.
late 1980s, right?
Yeah, from
As an
Afghan.
offshoot of. Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm not going to cut you off, promise. The Soviet Union tried to invade Afghanistan, right? And there were these many resistance groups that sprung up to fight them. They were different groups. They were not under one group, right? But it was an umbrella called the Mujahideen. Some factions of the Mujahideen were more communist, some were more Islamic fundamentalists. The more Islamic fundamentalists of the Mujahideen groups, one of them was Al Qaeda. And Osama bin Laden was a part of that. And he widely, you know, he didn't like Israel's presence in the Middle East. But to say that even if America was never a country in an alternate parallel universe, there's a very high likelihood that Al Qaeda popped up. And you know, in a lot of leftist circles, and I'm not saying you're a leftist, you seem way more reasonable, you seem like more of like a liberal. That I hear this talking point that America created the Taliban, no, the Taliban already existed. We funded them, right? There's a big difference between funding a group that already existed and creating said group originally. So,
all right, I didn't name them. All right, I said Al Qaeda. I said ISIS. I said
well,
we can also talk
Al-Qaeda
about
is the option.
we can also talk about Hezbollah, and there's another group. I forgot their name, like the Badir or something. But we are absolutely, in large, responsible for all of those groups arising. And if you try to say that we're not, then I think you'd have a hard time saying how we aren't. I think that with the Al Qaeda, with the Afghan conflict, right? We funded Osama, or I'm sorry, we didn't fund Osama, but we absolutely did do shit in the Gulf War that caused resistance and that gave the Afghan conflicts in the Al Qaeda life. Right.
Okay, well, I've been writing down notes as we've been having this conversation, right? And you told me that Abu Ghraib, that prison in Iraq was one of the reasons as to why Al Qaeda was formed. And I told you,
I said ISIS.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, not.
Okay, ISIS. I'm sorry. Well, the ISIS was formed largely because of the Syrian civil war, which really didn't have much to do with America. That was more Russia and Vladimir Putin backing a vicious dictator in Assad, killing his own people. And another thing I don't understand is that, you know, all these liberals and leftists, right? And I do think that, you know, what is happening to a lot of Palestinians is wrong. I'm not like blind, but I also do put a lot of blame on Hamas. And I also want to make this point. This is a major point, right? This gets to the meat of my argument. Assad kills 1 million Muslims, innocent women and children, bombs them he uses chemical weapons on multiple occasions. You know, I could send you all the sources for this. And that's definitely a genocide in my books, but nobody in the left is calling out Assad or called him out, right? And when, but it's like when Israel fights a war and 60,000 horribly, you know, it's horrible. You know, civilians die, it's all this moral outrage. And I'm here for, and I'm not saying you're wrong. We should be outraged, and that is wrong. But I'm saying, why do liberals and leftists pick and choose? It's like you guys have a problem with Muslims being killed by Israelis, but you don't have a problem with Muslims being killed by Muslim dictators.
I'm not. I feel like it's like totally off topic. What I'm saying is like a lot of these terrorist groups are products of us intervening in the Middle East. And you're just like virtue signaling, like, oh, well, what about the people killed by their own people in the Middle East?
No, I told you that the ISIS was formed as a result of the Syrian civil war, which caused a lot of instability, right? And that Assad, the Arab Spring, do you know about the Arab Spring, sir?
No.
okay, the Arab Spring, right? This happened all throughout the Middle East. It wasn't just in Syria, and many dictators brutally cracked down on it, and that was the reason for the Syrian civil war basically kicking off. Now, I know what you're going to say. Oh, but the U.S. funded some resistance groups, but like Russia, Turkey, Iran, those were the three major players. Turkey funded different groups way more than the U.S. did. Iran literally has proxy militias in Iraq and in Syria. Hezbollah was fighting not only the resistance against Assad, but they were also fighting the Assad government. And Russia was backing Assad the entire time. So, like, my point is that America
they formed.
did not.
Hezbollah absolutely formed because of us. It was a resistance group against the occupation in Iraq.
The occupation in Iraq?
Yes.
You said?
Yes.
Sir, you know Hezbollah was formed long before the U.S. invaded Iraq, right?
When was it formed?
In the 1980s, like late 70s. Hezbollah.
You're talking about Al Qaeda. That was Al Qaeda. Hezbollah is formed in 2006, bro.
Sir, Hezbollah was founded in 1982. I just had to make sure. I knew I was right. I just had to do a double check. Yes, it was definitely formed in 1982 during the Lebanese Civil War. And this is not a gotcha moment, you know. I'm just trying. I learned some things. I hope you could learn some things. I'm not disagreeing.
But Hezbollah, is it? Are we talking about the same Hezbollah?
I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure. But this is not a gotcha moment. I'm just saying that I'm not disagreeing with you that Western interventionalism played no part in the instability in the Middle East. I want to make that very clear. So I'm not even disagreeing with you all the way. What I am disagreeing with you is that all the blame just somehow just goes to the U.S. and you rob Iran, Turkey, and Russia of Soma and China of agency. There are other players in this region, and just to make this blanket statement that the West or America is responsible for all these different terrorist groups popping out is just not factually correct, sir. Or that's my argument, at least.
It is two different branches of Hezbollah. So there's a totally different branch of Hezbollah that was formed because of us. It's called the Kataib. Kataib.
Well, this is my point. As far as ISIS goes, that was because of the Syrian civil war. Al Qaeda was formed and largely in part as a resistance movement to the Soviet Union trying to invade Afghanistan. And I just think that it's just low-level thinking, and I know, like, it's just I just don't like how it's just too simple.
What do you think that our intervention right now is doing to resistance groups? What do you think it's doing to stop the resistance groups that are popping up in the Middle East? What do you think? Do you think that us helping Israel bomb the absolute living fuck out of innocent women and children in Lebanon is creating more or less resistance groups? What do you think?
I think it's creating less of them, because when you deplete their and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because when we just sit back and we just let Iran's proxies run around the Middle East, like people think that if we just ignore them, the problem is going to go away. Like, these people will never stop hating America. They don't share our values, and they're not going to stop until they have their goals met.
They have every right to hate America. What are you talking about? They're just not just like arbitrarily hating America.
Well, it is fueled by a lot of propaganda on their side.
Oh God!
They have no reason.
They don't need any. It needs no fucking. It absolutely needs no adornment at all by them. They can literally just say, "Hey, look, they installed dictators in these fucking countries that slaughtered people, that starved people." What are you talking about? They don't need to fucking. They don't need propaganda.
Well, we didn't back Assad. Russia did. So why don't, like, these Muslims have all this hate for Russia? Because we never backed Assad. Assad genocided his own people. We never backed Saddam Hussein.
What about the Shah? What about the Shah in Iran? What about Syria? What about that?
Well, the Shah was way better than the Ayatollah. Look at human rights.
God,
like, aren't you a liberal?
Right.
You're supposed to support women and gay people. They were doing way better at pre-revolution Iran than they are today. Like women, members of the LGBTQ community that I respect.
I agree,
right?
that the pendulum swung very far right because of our intervention, dude.
Okay, as far as the Iran intervention goes, I'm saying that why do you think that so many people rose up and supported a very, very far right-wing, what's the word? Like a theocracy, basically, you know? Like, you know, I'm Like, I'm not for theocracy. I don't think the Quran should be the law of the land. I don't think we should be oppressing women and gay people. Millions of Iranians literally supported this.
Dude,
This is
if
why I
you
said
support
earlier that
Trump,
we
you
don't share
absolutely
values.
don't care about suppressing women, gay people, trans people. You're on the same boat. He's using the same shit to pull at your little heartstrings, and you would be completely fine with whatever they're serving over there in Iran here. You would be completely fine with it.
I actually wouldn't. Because I'm actually, when it comes to like LGBTQ and like, I'm more of like a liberty, like, live and let be. If they're not bothering anybody, why should it be my business to bother them?
Yeah, but that's
That's
not
why
what
I'm
you
like,
get. That's not what you get when you vote Trump. When you vote Trump, you're voting for 500 anti-LGBTQ bills a year. You're fighting for states to kick these people out of public view. You're fighting for people to bring these up and use them as political pawns in debates on the world stage and cause violence and outrage towards them, completely unwarranted. That's what you're voting for. And on the left, we're like, hey, we like a good economy. We like great political, like geopolitical affairs. We like not fucking up our relationship with every single country that matters. It's like a no-brainer. It really is. You have to be an ideologue to vote to the right. And it's mostly those things that sway you to the right.
well, I'm more center right. Like, I'm not really heavily
No,
conservative.
I'm center right. You're far right. If you're
You
for
think
mass
so?
deportation,
I'm not far right.
yes. If you're for mass deportation, you're as far right as it goes. There's not a single thing Trump can do that would make him further right, unless you know something I don't. Name a policy that will make Trump go further right.
Further right than where he is already today?
Yeah.
Trying to think further right. I mean, he could something, I don't know, like he tried to mandate like the Bible in schools and things
Yeah,
along
that's
this
already
line.
happening. Try again.
At a national level? Okay, can you refer me to something like a bill or something that-
He is intertwining religion and government right now. He's got an anti-Christian bias task force right now at the helm of the government, supported federally. It's ran by this fucking lady who sells $1,000 prayers on the TV with your own secret private angel. You're absolutely voting for this. Trump has got Trump Bibles being put in Oklahoma schools. We've got the 10 Commandments right here in Texas being put in our schools. They just mandated teaching Bible verses in Texas, and Trump supports every one of those candidates. Even if they pardoned child rapists, Trump supports them and endorses them.
Okay, in that, as far as that, I'm in agreement. And I'm not one of these Trump supporters that says like Trump can do no wrong. I feel like there's a camp on MAGA.
Okay, I'm still waiting for a
that.
policy that puts him further right, because he is doing this and he endorses people that do this.
A policy that puts him further right. I really want to know. Like,
All
to be honest, would you consider isolationism? Would you consider isolationism a right wing value?
Yes, as far right as you can go, and he is an isolationist, right? Tariffs, mass deportation, closed borders. Name a thing that's not isolationist about Trump.
Well, I also think that if you look at what he's done with Greenland, right? He's trying to bolster U.S. claims for Greenland. He's captured the Venezuelan president, right? So in a way, he isn't really isolationist. He is kind of, if you just said isolationism is a conservative value, he's kind of gone against that in a way.
Well, he is absolutely a trade isolationist. He doesn't want anybody immigrating to the country unless they're white. Just because he's doing all of the things in the world to make himself rich or to put his name in history, it doesn't make him not isolationist, right? Like, North Korea is the biggest example of isolationism, but they still test nukes. They have a nuclear program. They are willing, they're out there helping Russia do their excursion in Ukraine, but they're absolutely the biggest example of isolationism, and they still do those things.
Okay, I could definitely agree with that for the most part. I mean, you don't really say anything unreasonable there. I just think that he has been supporting Ukraine. Okay, the Epstein thing, the pedophile, like, there's no excuse for that. And if that is true, bury Trump under the jail. But what I'm saying is that we have continued to back Ukraine. I feel like he has not let Iran just step all over us, and he has struck the Houthis, he struck Hezbollah, and the reason why we captured the whole Venezuelan president in the first place is because they were getting shipped oil from Iran, and they were trying to make the Caribbean more unstable in general. So he's playing chess, not checkers. He's making a grab for Greenland because there's oil in the Arctic. Like, he's looking out for America's benefit long after he becomes president, long after his term is done, you know, and trying to, I don't want to use the term expand
I don't think so.
our
Like
borders.
burning relationships with the entire like world does not really make any of this a net positive. Like we pushed into Iran without telling any of our allies at all what we were going to do. We didn't give them any heads up. They're all very upset with us. Trump is threatening to leave NATO. He's made threats on NATO countries like Greenland. This is a far worse than just letting fucking Venezuela sell some oil to China, dude.
Well, I think that if Greenland, right? He's not saying that we're going to launch an invasion of Greenland or make them come to America by force. He's just basically trying to strong arm Greenland into having closer ties with the U.S. You know,
we can do literally anything we want
to.
Like, no, it's bullshit. It's a territory of Denmark. We can literally go and do anything we want to militarily on Greenland. We can do that already. This is outside of that.
But don't you think it's better for America if Greenland is closer to the U.S. than the European Union?
No, I think that
I think it is.
No,
we're American. How can you say that?
All right, we're exiling ourselves from NATO. No.
Well, first of all, I think we should leave NATO. And Trump was talking about that because he called out the fact that most countries aren't even paying their fair share in GDP to like the NATO military budget, and America's out here just getting ripped off.
It's not a real thing, dude.
In terms of, it is.
No,
you could look
that's
the numbers
literally.
up.
I can prove you right now. This is like, I don't know, like a fifth grader's understanding of NATO, but no.
It's in the treaty.
Yeah, I know. So when let's say Finland falls short of their 2% GDP, or 5% now, contributions to NATO, what does that mean for us? What do we have to do?
We have to match it?
No.
Or tell me.
False.
Tell me.
No. That's what Trump wants you to think. That's what Putin wants you to think. It's a wet dream for them. No. We don't pay more. What it is it's basically an investment into your own military. That's it. So if they fall short of their 5% GDP contributions to NATO-approved weapons, if they fall short, nothing happens. They're just kind of a weaker country. That's it.
Okay. All right. I want to make this larger point. That you said that a lot of these countries have a reason to hate us and all this, right? And about how America's expansionist and all these things, right? A lot of these countries already hate us. Like Saudi Arabia and UAE, they're actually happy, and Jordan as well. They're happy that we're attacking Iran because we're close allies with them. Because the Houthis, based out of Yemen, have fired rockets into Saudi Arabia and killed innocent Saudis multiple times. You have Iranian proxies running around.
Saudis just
Syria.
murdered one of our fucking journalists, and we gave him a free pass. They just murdered one of our journalists, and Trump is just in bed with them. So he's just like, whatever.
Well, I'm not disputing that, but my point is that it's not like all these countries are just upset, like how you make it seem that the U.S. is attacking Iran, because like Saudi, Jordan, UAE, they're our allies. They're clearly not upset because they don't like how Iran is destabilizing the region, first of all. Secondly, as far as China goes, right? China has been making literal islands on the South China Sea. They've been contesting maritime waters. They're expanding into the South China Sea, and they're trying to take Taiwan potentially within the next 10 years. Trump is openly giving them the finger, you know, and he's saying like, yo, we'll move our naval ships. He's done that. He's moved them to the South China Sea.
He is America first. His entire policy moving into the election, I had to debate these motherfuckers every day. I had to teach them why we had to back up Ukraine and stop Russia from encroaching in Ukraine, because that showed China, hey, if they wanted to go take Taiwan, they're going to have a hell of a time because we're going to back up Taiwan. Now, we don't know what the fuck we're going to do. Do we have any assurance that we're going to defend Taiwan, especially after we've used... We can't even beat fucking Iran, dude. We can't beat a country the size of Texas. They're fucking destroying our shit. they're outmoding us with $50,000 drones. We have to shoot them down with $1 million rockets, and we are 3 years out from replenishing our supplies. So right now would be the perfect time for China to go fuck with Taiwan.
Well, the Iran, right, is one of the biggest suppliers. Iran actually supplies China, so indirectly, when we hurt Iran, it hurts them as well. Same thing with Russia, you know, because
Yeah,
they all,
but China's
you know,
also
are in
making
like a,
hand over fist selling fucking weapons to the Gulf states. So not really.
yes, that's fair enough. But my point is that Trump he's made a stand against like this alliance between China, Russia, and Iran. Like, okay, no, you made a point that you said we're getting destroyed by Iran. I actually don't think that that's true, because we haven't launched a land invasion and we haven't really unloaded on them. Like,
We
if
would
we
get
really wanted to unleash,
destroyed.
if
would
we
get
wanted to
fucking
literally
destroyed.
if we wanted to use the full power of the U.S. military, or not even the full power, like 50% of it, I'm telling you,
It
and
would be
I'm telling you, brother,
Normandy,
like,
but worse, dude. We would get destroyed.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because I don't think Iran's military is that strong. Because like what we've used is less than 5%. I mean, look at how many fighter jets we still have. Look at how many drones, how many ships, how many soldiers, how many tanks. Like, if we wanted to really unleash on Iran, you know, I just people are being
Dude,
a little too naive
they
to
have
think that
shot
we
down an
couldn't.
F-35.
One
Like a
F-35?
$1 trillion
Come on, we have.
fucking plane.
I mean, we have tons of them, and we can make. I'm just saying, like, there's no way Iran could, you know. This is not about who's right or who's wrong. I'm just saying, like, we've used less than 5% of the power of the U.S. military, barely. And like if
Yeah,
we really
but we're
wanted to unload
poor.
on Iran,
We are out
we
of
could.
munitions. We like again, considering the geography of Iran, we would get absolutely fucked. We would just absolutely just get our dick stomped. Absolutely not, dude.
So then, what's wrong with the regime change? Because, you know, people say like U.S. doing regime change is wrong. Well, not in all circumstances.
We can't.
You
There's
just
no
admitted
chance
that
of
we
us
would
doing a
get
regime
destroyed.
change. Okay. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think of a person that can lead Iran and be both pro-America and pro-Israel, and now think of a way to put them in there. How the fuck are we gonna do that? That's never, ever going to happen.
It absolutely can happen, and it's not that far-fetched. Do you know who Masha Amini is?
The guy that they were looking for that we can't find?
No, the woman. Masha Amini, she was the girl that was killed in police custody in Iran a few years ago that caused a huge protest across the country. Do you remember her?
No.
Okay, well, you guys, everybody in the chat, you guys could look into her. His name is Masha Amini. She was killed when in custody in the hands of Iranian police, and like around 2023 or 2024, there were these giant protests across the country. That's when it kind of turned into justice for her. So many people started screaming death to Ayatollah. Because guess what? When you literally run the country like a theocratic fascist dictatorship, and you strip away people's rights and you force religion down people's throats, and gay people and women have no rights and all this shit, it's gonna make people hate you. So
No, I don't think so. I think that this is they've got plenty of backing now, especially since when they look up, they see American missiles and Israeli missiles bombing their school children. They are more united than ever, I'm sure. Someone paid to have you kicked,
You're
all
sure?
right?
Or do you know?
Someone paid to have you kicked. You're welcome to call back tomorrow, all right?
Oh, no, this was a great conversation. This is pretty high level, actually. Spoken to a lot of liberals. You're definitely one of the smarter ones I've spoken to. Pretty high level conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
W Georgia in the chat for the kick. WWW. Do you know who Renee Good was? Yeah. There's, I just don't. I don't think so. I don't think so. Georgia says this guy is boring everyone to death. Kick him. He's a stubborn butthole. Love you, Georgia. Sorry, he was boring me. It's okay. It's all right. W support. Also, chat, if you guys are trying to support me, my Cash App and Venmo and PayPal are in the bio. It's the best way to support me. We are a crowd-funded channel. But if you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. I don't think a lot of people know this, but I'll go over. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
Are you over 18?
yeah.
How
I
old
was
are you?
born. I was born on January 5th, 2007.
How old are you?
19. I just said that.
All right. What do you like about Trump?
Well, really, it's your name. I don't like pickles, so
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm not, but I heard what you said about Iran, and I wanted to just speak about it because I am Persian, so
I'll give you a few seconds, I guess. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. So, there is one side. You said there's no pro-Israel, pro-American. There's Reza Pahlavi, who's literally paid in the pants by Netanyahu and is in bed with Netanyahu, and he's a pro-Netanyahu supporter. So he is an opposition leader in Iran that could go sub in at regime change. Go look it up. Reza Pahlavi, the son of the Shah, he's one that's pro-America and pro-Israel. That's one. And two, there's government shutdown, so our internet in Iran, my dad can't speak to a lot of my uncles and a lot of our family members because of all the government shutdowns. And three, nobody in Iran, actual Iranians, not as to what you're thinking and to what you think, actually want the Ayatollah to be there. But we also don't want like a shitty regime change like what Trump said. Trump said that he would help us, and he didn't, and all the protesters died. And I know the numbers are super skewed, but I think it's more than 10,000 actually died, which is still enough and stuff like that. So I just don't want you speaking negative about Iran. If you don't know a lot about Iran, then don't speak about it.
Here's the numbers. Iran reports 5,000 deaths. The UN reports 7,000 ish. And Trump says 52,000.
Yeah. No. I don't trust what Trump says, but definitely, dude. Why do you trust the IRGC, especially the IRGC who lie?
I'm not. I don't trust IRGC. I'm trusting like the roundabout numbers, right? I think like if you want to be really generous, like 8,000, 9,000, that's really bad. It's really bad. But it's important to know that we funded these people. We trained these people to try to do a coup. We got them killed. We did.
No, from Trump. No. I'm not justifying what Trump did, because I think Trump got all of our people killed by saying you guys should uprise and start everything, and did like a half regime change and then backed out and said, oh no, that wasn't a thing. I'm not defending that. I'm just more to you, just to be more known with Iran and what Iranian people want to say. Because I heard what you said with the last guy that you were debating. So I just wanted to up here and kind of just
where is this guy, this Pahlavi right now?
Reza Pahlavi. I think he is in America, actually. I think, or lives in France. I don't like him. I don't like him.
That's what I hear a lot is from like people here that have come here from Iran. Like, don't really like this guy. Can you tell me why?
No. A lot of people because Reza Pahlavi, he's in the pockets of Israel, and I don't think that we should be in Israel. One, I don't think we should be even allies with Israel. That's for one thing, because of genocide. But two, I don't even like Reza Pahlavi just because he doesn't go to what his father was like. The Shah was actually like so much better than his son, and his son just doesn't know what he wants. He's not good. But that is one person, because you said that there's nobody that's pro-Israel and America, but he is one that's pro-Israel, pro-America.
But do you think that people in Iran want him as well?
Well, a lot of people the thing is, a lot of people like him because he's the son of the Shah, and the Shah is way better than the IRGC. So there is people that would defend him and say that, oh my gosh, we want him in. But like me personally, I don't want him in. But I know a lot of Iranis would rather him over the IRGC. And that's kind of like how Iranian politics is now, and how a lot of Iranians think, where it's either, do you want to be with Reza Pahlavi, or do you want the IRGC? And a lot of Iranians don't want the IRGC as well.
Is this guy? Yeah, it like makes me. It makes
Like
me
that's a
wonder,
problem.
like, what would, like, overwhelmingly, would Iranians want somebody who's pro-Israel?
Yeah. Like no one really wants a pro-Zionist. No one wants like a Zionist guy there. But then also when you think about what the IRGC has done for like 47 years, do you really want that too? So
It's
Iranian
not
politics, right?
47, is it?
Or yeah, the occupation that the IRGC has had in Iran has been 47 is from
81 from 81 to
79. 79,
79.
I think, was the uprising.
Okay.
Maybe is it 47? Maybe I 45, 40, maybe. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I know that I mean like I don't know. It's just like Iranian, especially for Iranians and politics and wanting a new leader is so horrible because besides I will agree with you. Besides Reza Pahlavi, there's no other opposition leader to come into place right now. And I don't agree with because I think Trump destabilized Iran for whatever he did. Like I agree with that sense that Trump fucked Iran. Pardon, I don't know if that's allowed on
Agreed.
live, but
No,
whatever.
you're good.
He screwed Iran over. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But I would say I voted. I will say I voted for Trump. I changed my vote after he lied about everything that was standing about. So that's pretty much it, man.
Good on you for
Yeah,
changing your mind.
Yeah, of course. I'll hop off just so you can actually debate people. But yeah, I'll see you, man.
All right, dude. I was kind of aware of this person. I just, by name, didn't know. I want to look up what his favorability is. Roughly 31 to 39% inside Iran. Yeah. Inside polling in Iran is difficult. Phrase like those from Gaman show that no single opposition force commands a clear majority. His father was a tyrant. Yeah. Chat, tap the screen. Let's get to 100K. Thank you, Georgia, for all the rainbow stuff. Daniel, thank you for the $2 saying just farted on the president's eyes. WWW. Hello, Noah, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I think I guess what I just was going down lives, but I heard someone say Trump destabilized Iran. My argument isn't so much that I support Trump, it's that I don't think the Democratic strategy is effective more from an objective perspective. And I think that the idea that Trump being unpopular matches the way the country feels is misguided. And so I think that's kind of my argument, is the sense that I think Trump himself right now is doing things that are unpopular, but I don't think Democrats are listening in a way that will be effective for future elections at the same time. And so I just think saying like, oh, Trump isn't good, oh, he's bad.
I think Trump is an absolute, actual disaster, unmitigated disaster. I think he's fascist. I think I legitimately think he's fascist. And I think that literally a ham sandwich would be less problematic than Trump. I think that you're being disingenuous. So you don't think that like Kamala Harris would have been 70 times better.
I'm not being
anybody on the left.
No, I'm not being disingenuous. I'm not saying that Trump is great. What I'm saying is the idea that Trump is bad is an effective strategy for Democrats to sway future elections is not working. That's my argument. I'm not being disingenuous. I'm not saying Trump is phenomenal.
Here's what I say to that. I think that no matter what we do, and I think Tim Walz said this, like Kamala could have had a perfect plan, could have had the best policies ever. Nobody would have heard of them. Nobody would have cared. Um, when you watch the debate between Trump and Kamala, Kamala easily won that debate. But the one thing people took away from that debate was they're eating the dogs and the cats. And it's just that Trump is so fucking stupid and bombastic and crazy that you don't really think about anything objectively. So I think you absolutely do have to show people, hey, there's an option of 2 rooms, and one room is filled with 1,000 shit sandwiches, and the other room is just a regular ass room. I think it's perfectly sensible for us to keep saying, hey, don't go into that room filled with 1,000 shit sandwiches.
I don't necessarily agree because I think what Harris did a lot of, I think in the debate she definitely trounced him, I agree, but I think in a lot of her press that she did during the campaign, I actually think she attacked Trump more than she said what she would do. And I think there was a lack of clarity around what her position was, especially because she aligned herself so closely to Biden and what his administration did, that there wasn't a clear understanding of who she was as a candidate. And I think that and the lack of the primary, I think, was what turned a lot of voters off. And I don't think that Democrats have a grasp on what to do moving forward. And I think just attacking Trump consistently is not going to be an effective strategy, especially because he's not going to be able to run in the future anyway. I'm not saying you're entirely wrong. I'm saying the position you have, I don't think is an effective way to move forward. That's what I'm saying. And I just have.
I'm not doing. I'm not a politician. I'm just here to help people deconstruct their fascist takes or their like cult of personality of Trump. I think that there's, like I said, there's not a single thing I could do, like explain single payer healthcare to MAGA that's going to change their mind. They're going to be like, yeah, well, the trans people or the gay people. That's
what I think we need to get past. But my point is, like, I am not personally a Trump supporter, but I don't put all Trump supporters or Republicans or even people who identify as MAGA in a monolith. And I think that saying
I think it's easy to.
But that's the problem. But I think that's why Democrats are losing. I think
I don't think so. I think we lost because Kamala had 100 days. I think we lost because people thought we quote unquote didn't have a primary, even though we followed all of the rules. We followed all the procedures. Trump didn't have a primary in 2020. They didn't care about that. So I just don't think that's true.
I don't see it as a question of not following procedure as far as making Kamala the nominee. I see it more so as a question of people still didn't have an opportunity to exercise their vote, regardless if procedures were followed correctly. I don't necessarily fault her for being.
They didn't in 2020 when Trump ran, right?
What do you mean?
Did he have a primary in 2020?
Well, no, incumbents don't primary.
Yeah, I mean, and Kamala was an incumbent, right?
No, she was the No. I mean, historically, that's not the case. No, it's not. If I mean, Al Gore ran, after Clinton, he won the nomination. I mean, no, that's not consistent. And I don't think Trump not having a primary in 2020 is valid.
I think they just rose a lot of alarms about it, and it's very easy to think about, oh no, people are being hurt. But Trump literally tried to steal the election in 2020, right? He literally tried to. So I just don't think these things are real game break, like deal breakers. I don't think so, man. He literally had fake slates of electors. He literally tried to steal it and had an insurrection. I just don't think the lack of a primary was the deal breaker. I think it was Trump's loud rhetoric. He's just beating on this all day, all night. And also, I think that, the purity politics thing is also silly. Like, you can go start your own party too, right? And you could fuck around with your primaries, play patty cake, and just make yourself the income or the candidate out of nowhere and see how many people vote for you. And again, the Democrat Party, there's nothing in the Constitution that says we have to have primaries. There's
nothing that says it, but I think I'm not disagreeing in terms of what's legal or not, but I think that was a huge reason. And I actually have numerous friends who did vote for Trump in 2024 simply on the fact that they didn't feel they could exercise their voice in electing a nominee.
So they'd rather have somebody who tried to steal the election.
It's not so much one person, it's how the party has chosen to operate. And that's where I think, I don't love Trump. It's not that I personally support him, but I think putting everyone in a monolith is not working. And I don't think that that's an effective strategy. You can say every person who supports Trump is a cult member. That's your opinion. I can't change
I
that.
think
That's
it. I think
fine.
it is in
But
fact.
it's not effective, though,
It's
is what
okay.
I'm trying.
Well, good thing I'm not the Democratic strategist. I'm a debater. So I appreciate you
Right,
coming
but
up.
I'm saying if you, I guess, let me get clarity. When you're trying to,
I'm good. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be another instance anytime soon where we skip primaries. I don't think that's worth mentioning. I think repeating these talking points is just giving power to Trumpism. And it absolutely is a cult. It absolutely is a cult. So Trump could literally do anything. There's no thing that's too far, like protecting rapists, protecting pedos, fucking up the world economy, fucking up our relationship with all our allies, threatening to invade Greenland, Canada, Panama, just running rampant, putting us into more debt we've ever seen as a country. Even that last guy couldn't name one thing that would make us further right. But your bar is fucking at the ceiling with Kamala. Like, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right. What do you like about Trump?
I like that. I don't think that all of his choices are good, but I do think that some of the things that he does is good for the environment. Like, I heard that some of the gas prices are pretty good recently, but I don't know much about that. But in my area, they seem to be pretty good ever since Trump got elected.
So there's one way we can check this, right? We can look at the gas prices on average, and we can just see that they're far higher than they were when Biden left office. And by the way, the reason they were high when Biden was in office was because of Trump.
Really?
Yes.
See, now I would tell you that in the area I grew up in, it was normalized to support Trump. So I'm not really educated on that stuff. I just have heard and stuff, and I just listen to what my friends say and stuff like that. I don't know much.
So here's national gas prices. Here's the average. So a year ago it was 316. Now it's 398. It is going to keep climbing. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Gas is a global commodity. So when it's expensive for everyone else, it's expensive for us. Okay.
Oh my god.
You want to join?
No, I don't
Hello,
want to be on there.
are you a Trump
Picture on
supporter?
there. I do not want my picture on there, Jace, please.
Hello, is Trump supporter?
No, but I just want to stay informed. Like, I'll leave if that's.
You seem very young. Show gas prices under Joe Biden. So that was also Trump's fault. And if you want to come up here and get schooled on it, you're welcome to. Yeah, at the height of the pandemic, gas prices were high. It'd be real hard to pinpoint that on Biden. We can pinpoint this like 100% on Trump. He is at war with Iran without Congress. He is doing this himself. Just him. Just him. If Biden slipped and fell and the pandemic happened just because of him, You might have a point, kind of, maybe, kind of, sort of, for gas prices going up. But it was more or less because Russia invaded Ukraine and because Trump did the OPEC 2020 plus deal. Trump signed a deal with Saudi Arabia, causing them to reduce oil prices by 9.7 million barrels a day. And that caused prices to skyrocket, just like the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Nobody wants high gas prices besides Trump. Literally, Trump did that agreement literally to make gas prices go up. Literally. Again, Coach, when Biden was in office, gas prices skyrocketed because of Trump. Because of Trump. And if you read at a 7th grade level, that's your fault. You can continue to be stupid. But that is the truth. It's because of Trump. Hello, this is a Trump supporter.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Mashallah, mashallah.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Hell yeah.
Okay. What do you like about Trump?
Oh, where do I start? I mean, military's incredible. People are getting healthier. Dude, I've been losing so much weight. I'm on a MAGA diet right now.
How does that have to do
man.
with Trump?
I mean, RFK Jr., he endorsed Trump and he now works for him.
Yeah, I know, but he's completely fucked up the health of our country. We have the least amount of people getting vaccinated. We have dozens of people. Actually, we have thousands of people right now shitting their pants because of the cuts to USAID.
Wait, how is Taylor's lettuce RFK Jr.'s fault?
Because the cuts to USAID. Also, the screw worm.
USA was funding lettuce?
USAID.
USAID was funding lettuce?
They were funding programs. The Doge cut was funding the Doge cut programs that funded us tracking parasites and that fought the spread of the screw worm.
USAID wasn't even doing that, dumbass. And maybe it was Taylor, the private company and supplier of Taco Bell's fault, and not the federal government.
It was
Why
Doge
does
cuts on
liberals
this.
always blame everything on Republicans when Republicans' philosophy is the government to stay out of it?
Now, first of all, we save tons of money when the government does these programs. We save tons of lives. And if you guys don't want to take responsibility.
Name one life that was lost because of USAID cuts.
Oh my God.
One.
14 million people are due to die because of USAID.
Name one!
I don't know their
Name
names.
one example.
Yeah, 14 million. 14 million
That's
next 6
like-
years. You're screaming, dude.
That's like the population
You're at a 10. You're at a 10.
of Arizona.
You're at
Dude.
10. You're at a 10.
Name one. You can't name one, dude.
Am I
Name
supposed to
one
know their
person and
names?
how they died.
They die of HIV and AIDS.
AIDS? That's the government's fault?
Dude, you're
if you died of
screaming,
AIDS?
dude. You're screaming. Yes, and Ebola. Yes.
The government? Oh, okay. You're telling me the third biggest outbreak in Africa is the United States government's fault. Watch
Yes.
out. We're having not the first,
Yes.
not the second, the third biggest Ebola outbreak. There's an
Yes.
Ebola outbreak in Africa every couple years. And guess what? The biggest one and the second biggest one happened under USAID. So would you please explain why
Yes.
the third biggest one was
Dude,
USAID's
I've got to kick you if you don't
fault?
stop screaming. You're screaming in our ears. We have headphones on. You know how microphones work?
Can you answer my question, please?
I don't have patience for this today. UCLA research finds more than 14 million preventable deaths by 2030 if USAID funding continues, including more than 4 million children under 5. There you go. How are they this fucking stupid? You have to know their names to care, dude. The Lancet also did this. 2 decades of USAID interventions projected effects on defunding the mortality up to 2030. Here you go. You see how I'm not screaming and I'm right? You see that? You see how I'm not screaming and I'm correct? You're welcome. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
All right, what do you like about Trump?
Everything.
Do you know that one of the telltale signs of a cult is not being able to criticize your leader?
I can criticize him a lot, but he does more good than bad. And it seems like when you get cooked, you just kick people, like you did the guy before me.
He was screaming, right? And I just cooked the shit out of him
Oh, you
with
can't.
evidence.
You can't handle screaming. Like, oh, you're soft. I guess you're just really timid.
You got me. You're a softie if you
Turn
don't
your
like
volume
people
down.
screaming.
Turn. Maybe that's the way he talks. So are you discriminating against him, against his vocal cords?
Yes,
Maybe that's
I
how
am.
he needs to speak. So
This
why
is
don't
my
you just turn your
channel.
volume down?
This is my channel. I can do what I
Wow.
want.
You own a channel, bro. You're a badass on TikTok. Ain't they free?
Yeah, listen. Don't come here to tell me how to do my job. I don't come around slapping orange dicks out of your mouth telling you how to do yours.
Now that is terrible what you just said. There's no respect there. See you lefties, you're always using dirty language and there's no respect for another human. That's the problem with you guys. And then you guys want to blame
So now
everybody else.
you're being a softie again? Are you being the softie?
No,
demanding
not being
respect?
a softie. But if I would have said that to you, you would have blamed it on the government.
Right. So tell me how I got cooked when I proved that 14 million people are going to die because of the guest screaming.
Bro,
he was correct.
You're constantly getting cooked. You're a wannabe Dean or Parker, and you can't do it because everybody that comes on here tells you like it is, and then you kick them. I see the look in your eyes when you get beaten.
Yeah, I don't think that.
So tell me what's good about the left.
The left, we do
So
the
you
economy.
tell me what was good about Joe Biden.
Joe Biden was the most productive president we had in our lifetime. Sure. Created 15 million jobs. Largest investments in.
Created how many jobs?
15 million. Leave with the $40. Kick this fool. Thank you so much, Lee, for the $40. But I'll continue saying what I was going to say. One of the largest investments in our military health. One of the biggest military health bills in decades. It was called the PACT Act. It invested hundreds of millions of dollars into people who were affected by being exposed to toxic burn pits. Hello, Coach Daniel.
Yo.
Are you what do you like about Trump? Are you here to learn about how Trump fucked up gas prices?
No, I like that he's kicking out the illegals, the people who came here.
What does that
for
do
no
for
reason?
you, man?
Well, this is what it does for me in California by kicking them out. One, it lowers the rent costs for people. Number two, it reduces the traffic jam on the freeways. Number three, it prevents these illegal teenagers from graffitiing all over the place and throwing trash everywhere. Have you been in California? A lot of dirty places.
Okay. I don't think things are going to be affected by the 600,000 deportations that Trump has done over the last year and a half. Joe Biden did millions of deportations. So if you just simply cared about deportation numbers, you would just vote for Biden, right? You would just vote for blue?
So you should be upset that Trump is not deporting enough then.
No, I just think that Trump is tripled the size of ICE. We're hemorrhaging money. We're upside down with the debts compared to our GDP. He's using the military or ICE like his personal Gestapo. He's killing citizens. He is showing no remorse. He's showing no recourse to stop these types of killings. And also, the amount of money he's spending is just egregious. Like, we could literally just save... we could literally just give you money and say we're sorry about the high rent.
The Democrats don't give anybody money. Do you prefer keeping all the illegals here?
Yes,
Why?
because it's good for our economy.
That's not why. It's
Is that
because you want
true?
no, it's because you want more House seats.
No,
With
if that were true, we would just
yes,
keep him here in
with
Texas, right? And there would be more House
with
seats for
with
Republicans.
with the census, the way they count the amount of people that live in cities and counties, right? Those states and those counties, they gain more House seats,
Right.
and
So
that's
if
how
we
the
just had them in
Democrats.
Texas, you would have more House seats for Republicans, right?
Well, we have a lot in California, so we gained a lot of House seats for California,
Right. I think this is
right?
bullshit. I don't think anybody
It's
is trying to
true.
get. No, it's not.
That is true. That's why the Democrats were pushing them to come into America. That's why
Now,
they kept the borders wide open.
what do you think that 1 million people? How many House seats does that get us? 1
I'm
million,
not
3
sure how
million
much.
people.
I'm not sure how many, but
Maybe
we have a
like
lot
none.
of. So you're no. That's not the way it works. The way they count the census is by the amount of people, whether illegal or legal residents, are living here in America. You know that. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, but we're talking about like places like LA County has 9.4 million people, and if all of these people huddled in LA, would literally do nothing, right?
No, you gain House seats.
Yeah, but we could just keep them in Texas, then it would offset that, right? But you guys would prefer to ship them elsewhere?
No, you have illegals everywhere now, right? You have it in LA, you have it in San Francisco, you have it in Oakland, you have it in San Jose.
Not to mention,
Right.
these people aren't illegals. You guys are like, you're wrong, like fundamentally about the status of most of the people that came over. A lot of them were asylum seekers. So if they came here legally, that would make them legal migrants, right?
No, they were coached to claim asylum.
But that's legal, right? If
No,
we have
no,
an
they were
asylum
coached.
process, that is a
No,
legal
they were
process.
no, they were coached by your Democratic Party to claim asylum.
Sure.
Do you speak Spanish?
Very little.
Okay.
Again, this is just a big cop. This is a big cop out. You guys just so badly want to hate immigrants. You want to do this like nativism thing that
No,
most of
I
Europe
talked
has
to
seen a lot of right-wing success. But there's
no,
there's
I
very
talked to
little
illegals
truth to it.
though. I talk to
That's
illegals. You don't.
cool. I live in Texas.
You
I
just
live in
you
Dallas.
just you don't talk to illegals though, right? I
Okay.
do, right?
And
You know what well, I'll tell you. You know what they tell me? They want their land back. They
okay.
don't care anything about They don't care anything about America.
Oh
They
yeah,
want the land
that's
back.
bullshit.
That's all.
A lot of people just want to come here and
Well,
work. A lot of people just want to come here and work. They just want to have a better life. They want to save
how do
their
you know?
children from having a
How do
bad
you know?
life.
You don't
Because
speak to them.
yes, I do. I used to own a construction company. I used to speak to plenty of them.
No, you don't. You don't speak Spanish, and they speak
They
Spanish.
speak English too.
No, but many of them don't speak English.
Okay.
And you should know. You should know that. You should know that they always say that they come to get their land back. They don't care.
No,
They
they
say
don't.
F America. They say F America, just like how the Democrats say F America.
I think you guys are just ultra nationalists, and I think that to earn my respect, you have to actually do something like positive instead of just demanding it by holding a flag and a Bible. I think you have to actually act like in accordance with my values.
Do you prefer the border to be wide open?
No,
How many illegals do you want to allow in America each year?
none. I want to make it very easy for people to come and migrate here.
You wanted to make it easy.
Mhm.
Okay, so far about 1 million legal migration come every year. 1 million per year. You want to make it easier.
Yes,
So you want like 5 million per year.
sure. Sure, it's good for the economy. We are in population decline.
Okay, so in 10 years it'll be 50 million.
And the population of the United States will be way more than 400 million people.
Yeah. We'll start hitting 700 million, and then you still want free healthcare for everybody.
Yes, there's more people paying
Okay.
in.
So by the time you know it, in 20 years, right, we'll have what? We might have 700 million. See how it starts?
Oh no.
Do you see how it starts? Do you see how it
Oh
starts
no.
compounding?
How does China do it?
when
They
they
have
have kids?
1.4 billion people. How do they do it?
Do you see how it starts to compounding
Yeah, that's a lot of people paying taxes. That's
with
fantastic.
kids, and then they bring their families in,
Oh,
and then the Democrats want free health care, and then Democrats want free housing. It doesn't work like that.
nobody
That's how
wants free
societies collapse.
housing. And again, you guys just have
I'm in
a
California.
caricature. You have a caricature of how like Democrats think. Democrats are just better at the economy. They're better at it in every single way, in
That's
every
not true.
single metric. They are.
That's not true. All the Democrats are good at is taxing the workers. All they do is tax. I'm in California, right? You don't understand because you're in Texas. You're in the red state, and
I know, I
you
can
love
read.
it there because you're in the red state. You know you love it there because your taxes are low.
It's not even true.
I'm in California.
You're actually
is
very
true.
stupid if you think that you have a lower tax liability as a lower and middle class American in Texas than in California. It is actually it is demonstrably true that you have a lower tax liability in California. Did you know that?
Well, what's your income tax rate?
Let me show you.
What's your income tax rate
Let me show you.
in Texas? Tell us. Tell Daddy. Tell Daddy what's your income tax rate in Texas, and I'll tell you in California.
Here you go, bub.
And then tell us what your gallon of gas.
Here you go, sweet spirit. California on the left, 10.5% is what the local and state taxes as a share of family income group. So 10%, 10.5 versus in Texas it's 13. When in middle class it's 8.9 versus Texas is 9.7. Someone already did the math for us.
What about the gas tax and income tax?
Oh,
you don't want to show that.
This already calculates the income part, but the gas tax, I think it's negligible.
Okay, what about the environmental fee tax that they put here in California?
What about the
When you
property
buy wood?
taxes here in Texas? Do you know our property taxes are insane? Because
Wait.
they know you guys don't read, so they just shirk all of the taxes to the property level, and you guys get hit at the end of the year. You're like, oh god damn it, I'm mad at the county. I'm not mad at Greg Abbott. I'm just mad at the county.
Well, what about environmental fee tax?
I don't know. What do they
You
have?
guys have-
I don't know. I don't know. Do you have to pay an environmental fee tax as a
Yes,
just
you
regular
do.
individual?
So let's say you go to Home Depot.
Okay.
Right? You buy paint, you buy wood or whatever, right? When you get your receipt, you have your sales tax, which you show is lower than taxes, right? But then you have to add environmental fee that they add on top of it. That's what they have in California. These are like the hidden tax that people don't even realize.
There's
that they
hidden taxes
have
here in
to pay.
Texas too, and I just described them to you, and I promise you it far outweighs having to buy and pay a small, tiny like premium when you're buying some water paint. I'm sorry this is happening to you, but you are propagandized to think that this is this.
That is not true. And here's another example, you fool, because you're showing me the stupid ass numbers here. Let's say a house in the ghetto here in California is $1 million. You know what the property tax is per month?
What?
$1,800.
Okay. And it would be
Is that high or is that low?
it would be insanely high more in
No,
Texas.
No. We're talking about California.
Yes,
Is
we are
1,800
doing this. This is
high?
already in this chart. Yes, when we
No,
talk
no,
about property taxes.
Hold on. No,
Yes.
but your house
and guess
and
what? Your
taxes-
pay matches that. Your pay,
It's-
your
no,
cost
not
of
true.
living affects your pay. Yes, that is true.
Is a house in Texas in the ghetto cost $1 million?
No, because the cost of living pay
There you go.
in
There you
California
go.
is much higher. Cost of living dictates
How
pay.
come Risa said that I'm lying? A house in a
You're just like pulling numbers
Now
out of
you're-
your ass.
now
I'm
you're
showing you
muted.
demonstrably how this works. And by the way, we're paying high gas prices because of Trump. Both times, both administrations,
your
Trump
gas
made
price in
gas
Texas?
prices high. We're paying the Trump tax. We're paying tariffs. We're paying tariffs everywhere because of Trump. You can't cry about some stupid fucking environmental tax when Trump has tariffs on everything, on every country on earth. You don't
Look
care
at
about
Trump.
that.
Look at Trump is trying to level the playing field.
And you're paying
Right.
taxes for that, right? So I don't care how you
Trump-
justify
Trump-
it, but Democrats are trying to balance a budget, and you cry. Trump's trying to level the playing field. It's not doing anything. It's fucked up manufacturing jobs. It has not done anything.
Wait.
Unemployment's
Stop
up.
lying. Stop lying to your viewers. Democrats do not balance the budget.
Yes, we do.
Well, talk to Newsom about it.
He already did it. What are you talking about?
So you're saying that Newsom balanced the budget?
He says that. Yes.
This is the problem with the Democrats. All the Democrats do is lie.
You're just gonna say I'm lying, or what? Are you gonna prove how he did it?
All the Democrats do is lie their way through the election.
Okay.
And then they'll keep spending more money.
Governor Gavin Newsom signed a balanced budget, $351 billion state budget, 2026-2027 fiscal year. All right. So tell me how that's a lie.
Yeah. Who's that story from?
California State Portal, California.gov.
That's a lie.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, take my word for it.
Okay. It's public record. You can just see the budget. Really? Yeah, no new wars. Cheap gas on day one. Lower grocery prices on day one. I'm going to stop the war in 24 hours.
Well,
I'm not stupid.
Well, that war was Joe Biden's war.
Okay, and Iran is Trump's.
Iran is Trump's. Yes, we have to
no new
save
wars,
the
right?
future. Wait. We need to save the future of America.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bumper sticker. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does. Well, you don't understand. You're too young.
I'm probably the same age as you, dude.
I'm 57.
Okay, I'm 38. I'm 38.
Okay, you're too young. You don't know.
I'm halfway done with my life.
No.
I'm running circles around you here, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Not even close.
Yes, I literally just proved my point twice with receipts.
I gave you my receipts.
No, you didn't. Tim's want higher taxes. All right. So Trump raised taxes for 95% of Americans, according to Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy. You're just a cuck for that because Trump lied to you and said he was going to lower your taxes, and he in fact raised it for the most of America, and you still love Trump. And even though we can see that Gavin Newsom balanced the budget and that Republicans just, now that I know you're not Googling, I'm going to continue proving you wrong. But yeah, you guys are demonstrably dumb and gullible when it comes to who balances the budget, who gets tax breaks when Democrats win. Democrats ran on lower taxes for the lower class and the middle class. Trump literally in your face showed you that he was going to raise taxes on all of y'all, and you still voted for it, and you're still unwilling to look at the evidence. You're still a cuck for it. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Are you telling us that the Democrats are the party of tax cuts?
Yes.
Like where? New York or California? Where?
Oh, bless your sweet little heart.
What state?
This is Kamala versus Trump. This is the tax plans, all right? This is what you had to go by in October last year or in 2024. Shh. This is see the yellow? Those are changes.
Joe Biden reduce.
Okay, Joe Biden. How often do we write the tax code?
Wait.
How often do we write it?
Wait, what? Don't answer a question with a question. What taxes did Joe Biden drop? Not Kamala. Kamala didn't do anything.
Joe Biden didn't have a chance to write the tax plan.
You can't mention Kamala. She didn't do anything as vice president.
All right, so you don't know how taxes work, and now we're going to have to explain to you how taxes work. Mr. 57-year-old that knows everything. How often do we write the tax code?
Well, I own 3 properties, no property tax. I do know a lot.
It's okay. How often do we write the tax code, genius?
Every 10 years.
All right. So when Joe Biden was office, was it his turn to write a tax code?
He could reduce taxes whenever. He can pass it through Congress.
Okay, sure. But when we talk about taxes, meaningful tax changes, he raised taxes on businesses that were rich.
Yeah, but when you raise taxes on corporation, they put that price in the products that you buy.
And tariffs don't.
So look at when they talk about taxing the rich, No, they're taxing you, and a fool like you who's 38 won't understand that you're getting taxed by the Democratic
All
Party.
right, and you're saying that tariffs are a better alternative, the thing that 94% of those taxes were passed on to the consumer? That's a
Well,
better
the
mean of taxing?
well, the goal is to level the playing field with the other countries.
That's not
They're ripping
leveling
us off.
anything. They're not
Yes,
ripping
it
us
is.
off, dude. You're
Yes,
so
it is.
dumb.
No, no,
I'm
no,
going to
it's
finish
true.
explaining this. Hold on. You don't know anything about trade or commerce, and I can teach you about that too.
What about Japan, who don't want to buy any of our Ford trucks in Japan?
Yeah, they're too big.
Well, we can make it smaller for the little people.
Oh man, it's for the road.
Right.
yeah,
So
I
they
mean-
don't allow our vehicles there that we produce here, right? But it's okay for the
Tariffs don't do that. Tariffs don't fix that. Sorry, because when things are made here, they're using the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar is far more powerful. It goes further. So when we make something and pay someone an American wage with American standard of living and American real estate costs, it costs more than Japan or China.
Wait,
So-
how come they're muting me?
I don't know, but Coach, I'm going to teach you about how to look at tax policies. Next time an election comes up, you're going to look at ITEP, okay?
Wait, hold on, go back up. What's the title? It says impact of Harris and tax plan.
and
Okay,
different
what
income
tax
groups.
plan did Harris have?
I'll show you. This is what it was. This
Okay,
is, in
okay.
short, this is what it was going to
Because she
do.
didn't- Hold on, because she didn't implement anything. So
because
tell
you-
us what.
Dude,
Tell us what Harris did for us.
All right, Bub, this is her plan running as president, okay? So when we
Stop
look at
it
the
with
yellow,
that nonsense.
I know you're running from this. I know you hate this, but this is what he did, and you signed up for it, you dum-dum. 4.9% increase on the poorest, the second poorest 3.6% increase, and so on and so forth. Trump gave increases to every class on the left, which is the lower class and the middle class, and he gave decreases to people on the right, which are the extremely rich people. And then Kamala, which is the blue, she was going to decrease all of those tax liabilities for everybody on the left and then increase them for people on the right.
Listen.
That's who Democrats do tax plans. That's how we do it every single time. We believe in progressive tax policy. You guys believe in regressive tax policies.
No. We have to give tax breaks to corporations, right? Right. There's small companies who's also considered a corporation. You know that, right? A company that has 10 employees can have a corporation, right?
Yeah, but
And
they would
you're
have to make
calling them-
$366,000 a year.
You're calling them rich, right? Because they're a corporation.
If
And
you're
that's not
making
true.
$360,000
that.
net profit, you make $360,000 net profit, you're doing just fine. You're ready to start paying taxes.
Okay, but what if you need that for next year's business, right? Where maybe you can hire more people, buy another couple of
That's
trucks,
already tax
or buy a
reducible.
computer.
That's tax reducible
right?
too. That's
You know
tax
what I'm saying?
reducible too.
So all that's good when the company has the money. If they're producing,
Yeah, can
right?
you name one of those things that's not already tax reducible, Coach Daniel?
Wait, hold on, let me finish. When you have a company who is producing something and they're hiring more employees, why you want to tax them more?
So if
Right,
you
that
hire an
means that-
employee, that reduces
that-
your
that
tax
means-
liability, right? So why don't you just
Well-
hire employees? If you want to hire employees, fucking hire employees, and you don't have to pay
Well, it's
taxes.
Well, since you're 38, I'm going to give you an easy example. McDonald's. The same year, Obama taxed them, and then California taxed them. And then they increased their minimum wage to $20. What do? They're going
What
to
did they do?
automation. They go to full automation. So
Yeah,
then they
that's
have
what
less
they're
employees.
that's going to happen anyway, right?
No,
That's
no,
called,
no,
It's
don't
called
use that-
capitalism.
No, don't use that excuse.
What do you mean don't use that? I'm in Texas. They're doing that here, right? I just
No,
went to a
don't-
fully
don't-
automated McDonald's in Texas, and we have
No,
neither
no,
of those
don't-
things.
No, don't use that excuse.
What do you mean don't use that? I'm sorry this is happening to you, but you're just
no,
wrong.
no.
It's happening here in a red state.
No.
No,
They
what?
tax them. They increase their minimum wage, and they have no choice but to go to full automation.
Right, and you think that they wouldn't have gone full automation regardless, even though this is something that makes them competitive and it helps them maintain a profit. In Texas, by the way, in a red state.
What city?
Dallas.
That's liberal city.
Yeah, do you think the taxes are different?
In the city, yes, they increase more tax in the city, right?
Depending on property taxes, maybe.
Okay,
But McDonald's
so
is especially
see-
different because they own their real estate too.
See how I got you? Now look on YouTube. When New York did that, the same thing with, let's say, for example, our car washing companies. They'll have a lot of employees washing cars. They're drying the cars. They're vacuuming the cars, and then they want to increase minimum wage. And what do? They go into full automation, and then you have a lot less people.
They're going to do
looking for
that regardless,
But they
because
can't get work.
what's going to happen is
No,
competition.
it's the Democrats increasing taxes.
No, it's not.
On
It's
corporation that's causing that.
It's called industrialization. So when
Yeah, gotcha.
one, you didn't get anybody. When one company figures out how to do automation, and your dumbass just insists on keeping three real people in your company, you're just going to be outmoded, and they're going to undercut you, and more people are going to drive through that car wash and not yours, because yours is more expensive.
That's not the way it works.
That is literally how capitalism works, right? That's your favorite thing, capitalism?
Oh, I love capitalism.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, when you tax corporations, right? They need R&D. They need to buy supplies. They need to build.
That's
more
already
buildings,
tax reducible,
right?
Chief.
Hold on.
Hey,
Hold
Chief,
on.
is R&D tax reducible, or is it not?
Hold on. And then when you have, wait, hold on.
No, I'm not holding on. That's a good. That's a direct question.
Well,
You
I'm
can't
not
just
done.
keep
I'm not done
going
now.
on things being. You're
I'm not
wrong.
done.
You just
I'm
keep
not done.
saying things in accordance of being wrong.
Hold on. I own 3 properties in California.
I know, and you've been dumb your whole life. Is hiring an
I own
employee
3 properties in California.
and does
Okay?
hiring people reduce your
You
tax
owe me
liability?
nothing. You owe
Does
nothing 'cause you're
hiring
liberal.
people reduce tax liability?
It does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So you
it
don't
does.
need a tax break for that.
It does. But company needs the extra money for their rainy day. They need to keep more money to prepare for the future, right?
And
But the
eventually
Demo-
do what?
look at-
Things that are
but the
tax reducible,
Democrats-
right?
But the Democrats want that money, right? The
No,
Democrats
we got to
want
balance the
that money.
budget. You guys
No,
just
no,
want to
no.
hemorrhage
No, you
money.
got to reduce spending.
Yeah, no, that's not going to do anything.
No, you got to reduce spending. That's what you got to do,
All right, you guys aren't in the business of that, right?
right? Right? The Democrats are in business of increasing taxes and spending more. So why don't the Democrats reduce spending?
All right. W. Kristen in the chat for the kick. Love you, Kristen. Thank you so much. Guys, if you ever just want to look at the pattern of who fucks up the deficit, it's Republicans. Republicans fuck up the deficit, and Democrats fixed it. Every single time. Every single time Republicans come in and they think that cutting spending is going to happen, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Bush came in, fucked up the deficit. Clinton came in, balanced it. Bush came in, fucked up the deficit. And then when Obama came in, he had a fucking worldwide recession. Battled through it, still reduced the deficit, still. And then Trump came in before COVID, before any of it, he came in, just fucking exploded the deficit. In a time of peace, nothing was happening. Just fucking exploded the deficit. Biden came in the middle of a pandemic and still reduced it. Still reduced it. You guys are so sad, dude. Thank you for the money gun. Thank you, Kristen. Republicans just hemorrhage money. They just fucking hemorrhage money. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get my other chart too, dude. I'm coming out. I'm coming for that ass. I'm coming for that ass. We're gonna get my big boy chart, dude. Oh, this chart is so girthy. This chart just really says it all, chat. All right. All right, done. Stop. All right. Another instance of Republicans fucking up the debt. They just fuck it up. All right. Every time they're in office, you see a red name, The debt just nosedives. We just fuck up the debt compared to the GDP. We're at 122% right now. 122% of our GDP versus debt. Oh. 122%. Deficit spending delay about 4 years on a chart. That's not true. Deficit spending, it happens every year for 10 years on a chart. So even when the deficit spending happens and it's a 10-year payout, in 2017, for instance, when Trump signed the TCJA, it cost us money for 10 whole years. So even during Biden, we were paying that. That deficit increased that whole time, and we still reduced the deficit immediately. Immediately. %18 of small businesses are corporations. Most LLCs are sole proprietors. It's good to know, Kano. It's still stock. It's still things write off the same way. Stock market gains are better under Democrats too. Is this graph somewhere in the Discord? I can give it to you. Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
No, I just wanted to ask you a question.
What's that?
What do you think about Charlie Kirk's new statue?
And it looks like poop.
I agree. I agree, man. All right. You have a nice day.
Thanks. I don't think they got the neck right. Oh no. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
No. 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 I don't support Trump. I support Big Black Bad Balls.
God damn it. But same though. What did he say? Big bad man balls? Balls? Pickles is rich. Look at his studio. I am not rich, dude. I'm not rich. I literally have like my net worth is like $1,000. Not even. I'm poor. I have a scooter. That's my net worth. That's my $1,000. MAGA is extinct. I know. The phone line is about to be on. About to be on. We'll turn it on. You're right. Trump is winning. He's made $3 billion last year. He's winning. We're losing. We're losing. As a country, we're losing. We got silly chuds like you cheering him on as he enriches himself and he monetizes every action he makes as president. By the way, chat, I was looking at the mirror this morning and I look fucking delicious. Just gonna say it. I got a crush on myself right now. Where's Pickles? Oh, that's sweet bear. Look at that. Look at this girl. Pickles belly button reveal. This sweet girl. This little chubby muffin. This little chubby muffin right here. I agree. I would do in the butthole. W Vato. W. Listen, I don't mind a little bit of bromance, a little bit of, even if a dude wants it, I don't mind it, dude. Makes me feel good. I'm not having you on Vato, you can't complete a thought. Your brain couldn't even run fucking Duke Nukem. We're talking Pentium 3. Not even Pentium 3M. We're talking like the old Pentium 3. Like 1997. Like... Oregon Trail. The typing, like cats. Typing game. Seth Shadows. Yeah, where did Seth Shadows go? He's only on Twitch now? Is he doing good? Yeah, sorry. David, I'm not going to bring people up that I know are just going to get kicked for $40. Despite what you think, David, it's not what I do. I much prefer have somebody on, have more people come and watch number go up. That's what I want to see. I want to see this number. If you're on YouTube, you can see it. I want to see this number go up. I don't want to... David, I don't need your taco money. I don't need your taco money. Okay. All right, Soul. I hope you do. Yeah, tell him through the grapevine. I love him. Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's okay. Golden. Chad, do you ever just talk to people who are really bad at thinking and just feel really good about yourself? That's what I get out of this sometimes. My roommate. Oof. David should, yeah, David, if you really wanted to give me talk on it, you just pay me money and I'll bring you up. You can do that. Am I embarrassed of the grift? No, in fact, like usually you mentioning grifting helps me monetarily, unironically. He wants to take me after dinner. Guys, it is Friday. Should I go out there and just... Should I go do like daddy time tonight? Go do daddy stuff? I kind of want to go do daddy shit. Thank you, Zilla. Sounds provocative. I've been thinking to myself a lot lately and calling everything that I do daddy time. I tell Pickles Pickles it's daddy time when I go to the gym. Ooh, who sent that? Thank you, Beth. It's hot, dress comfy. What daddy shit? I love calling it daddy shit too. Hashtag daddy shit. Daddy shit sounds like making model trains. I'm not that flavor of autistic. I wish I was though. David, what do you want?
Oh my God, that's funny. Taco money. What do I want? I want to make sure that you kept yourself fed. That's what I want. I'm supporting the cause. I'm going to keep you in tacos. What's your favorite taco? Street tacos? You like street
Berea lamb tacos, all right?
Ooh, you like lamb? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't like lamb. Oh my God. No way could I eat lamb. That's just no thank you. Do you go to a taco truck or do you go to a chain restaurant? I'm thinking you're a taco truck guy.
Taco little taqueria, little
Taqueria.
stands.
Little stand with paper plates,
Yep.
plastic forks.
You don't get
Right.
forks. You got to use your hands.
Oh, no forks, but paper plates. You got some condiments like some jalapenos or
Cilantro,
yeah,
onions,
all sitting out there in the sun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the
Please,
best.
no one pay to kick
That's the
David.
best.
Don't give him the benefit of it. Yes. Thank
That's
you. Do not pay to kick David, chat. Help, is this
Oh my
flirting?
God.
I think it
This
is
so
flirting.
fucking funny. This is hilarious. Oh my God. Don't kick me yet. No. So, what happens, right? I'm just asking for a friend. What would happen if your dog needed medical attention at the vet?
The same thing if the average American needed medical attention. They would have to start a GoFundMe or pay a $12,000 deductible.
Oh, you'd beg harder, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Is that a plan? Is that a good plan?
It's pretty rock steady. Yeah.
To beg? Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? You're in Houston, right? There's probably a pretty big. What is it? 6 million people? 12 million? How many in Houston?
I'm in
12
Dallas, David.
Oh, Dallas. Sorry, big D. Dallas Fort Worth. Okay, you'd probably dress yourself up, like in some sort of. You could cosplay homeless, is what I'm saying, and then you could sit out there, and you could probably make some pretty good cash, tax free. And if you bring the dog, and you put the dog next to you, right, with a sign that says, "Not gonna lie, dog needs food." Oh my God, it'd be a gold mine. It'd be a gold mine. You probably make your whole nut in like 3 months.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
It is a good idea.
Not a bad
But you'd
idea,
have to go
David.
out
You
in
should
the-
try
You'd
it.
have to go outside and no, I got more dignity than that. But you would have to go outside and get in the sun. Are you okay with that? You'd have to get some sun. And you would probably have to sleep at night because most of this stuff would be probably happening during the day. What do you
David,
think?
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but my sleep schedule's good.
Oh.
I'm outside a lot now.
Oh.
I'm also making content.
Oh. Shit.
We're
You're taking some steps.
Yeah.
You got something going on here.
I do. And
did you put any job applications out anywhere?
Oh no. No, we've got a job.
This?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. What are you did your brother get hired as a cop?
No.
Shit. Is he completely out of the contention?
He does security.
Yeah, okay, but can he apply at a different department? Or no?
I don't know why.
Well, I'm just curious because if he gets on with the police, I think that he might have an in. No?
No.
Are you older than him or younger?
I have 2 younger and 1 older.
Are they all doing TikTok?
No, my youngest is a tattoo artist. Second youngest, I don't think works, and my older brother is a security guy.
All right. Hey, your youngest is a tat. Is that how you got your tats?
No.
Did he do them for you? Oh, you didn't get free tats from the guy? You paid him.
Yeah.
Or you didn't? Did you use them? You used them, right?
Used what?
You used your brother to do the tattoos, right?
No.
Oh my God, does he suck?
No, he just lives far away.
Where? Oh, he's not in your area. Are you originally from Dallas?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So one brother moved away and the other 2 are local?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring the one that's not working on as a co-host? Why not? Why not? Is he a Trumper? Oh my God, that would be awesome! Bring him! Oh my God, your live would skyrocket. I'm telling you, your freaking live would take off like you wouldn't believe. One, they're brothers. One, Trump. Another one, mentally ill. That would take off, man. That would seriously take off.
Mentally ill, David.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you catch that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
David.
Sorry. Don't kick me. Don't kick me.
I'm good. I'm good, David. And my brother does security for the Bass family. I think it's a very rich family. Multi-billionaire dynasty in Fort Worth. No, I didn't get paid, David. You were obnoxious for free. Stop calling me DP, dude. David, if you want to hang out, just tell me. If you want to hang out and be friends, be buds, just tell me, dude. If you're lonely, you're looking for someone to hang out with, just tell me, dude. It's all right. I do not go by DP. That's just autofill on your phone because that's what you look up. That's just that's the autocorrect on your phone. Just fills that in for you, dude. He wants to be more than friends. I'm not that easy, David. I'm not that easy. What's up,
Hey,
Bosh?
Pickle. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. I wanted to quickly just comment on the speech yesterday. Why not just utilize it for a better purpose? Maybe policies that are going to enrich the American people, get back on track. Their whole Iran thing is, sideswapped you in the polls and that. And the last thing is, I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene had said this on one of the TikToks, and I'm not sure. Maybe you can and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but she was saying something about the fact that if you want the SAVE Act to be done, I think they were doing it last night or something, like 50 votes, and then Vance is the 51st. Why not just get rid of the filibuster? Why not just do that and then just put the SAVE Act through? They can do it. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want the SAVE Act. That's for sure.
I get that, but remember
I don't like the
SAVE
filibuster, but yeah, I don't
isn't
want to enshrine Republicans into power forever.
But isn't the SAVE Act going to hurt his own voters? Because all the stuff that's in there usually will hurt most of the Republican states and the Republican voters. No?
I think they did all that math.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And so you don't think by pushing it through, and I know you don't like it, I don't like it. Nothing's been wrong with our elections. It's just only been wrong after Donald Trump came into the picture, right? The problem is it worked when he won in 2024. It worked when he won in 2016. And then if all of these why hasn't anybody been charged? There's been nobody charged for anything. It's just like, it's just all made up. We know that. Beating a dead horse is not helping him. And if he really just wants to move and push a lot of agendas through, then they're in power. Get rid of it. Get rid of the filibuster. Start doing everything so you don't need 60 votes. That's my thing.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think that when you start shaving off women's votes, that's the real big killer for us. Most women vote blue.
No, I get it. And you know what? I'm not for it. I'm just saying that if you're the other side and you're consistently making excuses as to why Donald Trump can't do things, that the Democrats are stopping him, just like when they had the shutdown that they caused and whatnot, right? If you're a Trump supporter, wouldn't you just say, well, who cares? Just go through like you've been railroading everything through anyways. You've been not following any laws or any boundaries. So what really have we got left now? Right? You know what I'm getting at? Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying let's look at the other side. MAGA people are always wanting to stick it to us, right? So do it. Do it. So that's just my thoughts. So
have you been, Butch?
I've been good. Can't complain. I've been traveling a lot too. I was in the Asia sector, and Thailand and India and so forth. Just kind of like, a remote. I can work remotely, right? So it's allowed me to travel places and that. So yeah, and it's kind of like you get to see a different part of the world, and you see, there's other people besides the U.S. or But it's been good, man. I mean, Vegas has been fantastic. We've got a lot of things going on. I think around $14 billion worth of projects. We've got the Hard Rock, the guitars there now. We've got the baseball stadium. It's going to be first time ever air-conditioned seating.
Wow.
So everybody will get air conditioning seats because, of our climate and that for 3-4 months out of the year. NBA is coming right beside Fontainebleau. So yeah, I mean, we've been down on tourism numbers, but they still have the funds, I guess, for these projects that are going to come up in the next 3-4 years. It'd be nice to help the homeless people that I drive by and have to see, which in our country, we shouldn't have anybody starving, anybody homeless, anybody that's having difficulties shouldn't. And why we do when we have hundreds of billions of dollars being spent and wasted. We can do it, right? Pickles, you can spend $100 billion on a war, then you can spend $100 billion on Americans. I don't need it, but there's a lot that do need it, right? And he can pick and choose who he wants to help. The sad part is MAGA people don't get even upset when he doesn't even help them with his grifting and market manipulation and all that. That's one thing that always upsets me with Donald, not wanting to do stuff for them.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna get this one.
Not a problem. Go ahead.
Much love.
Have a good night.
Just kidding. I know where they went. It's true. It's somehow. Oh fuck. Ah. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm 28. Yeah.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
I mean, he's the U.S. president, so I'm going to support our president no matter what. No matter who the president is, I'm going to support him because he's running our country. But
I think it's kind of
the
silly.
specific things.
What if Hitler ran our country? Would you be supporting him?
That's a absolutely insane hypothetical. But whoever's running America and whoever the American citizens vote in, I'm going to support them and want them to do the best that they possibly can for our country. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I think it's wild. I think that it's just like blind allegiance.
You want our president to do poorly?
No, I think that we should be able to criticize him when he does
Yeah,
poorly.
you can criticize him. Yeah, sure. You didn't say, are you critical of him? You said, do you support him? Yes, I support him. I support him. I want him to do as best as he possibly can do. Yes.
Yeah, I think that you and I are not really talking about the same thing. So when I say support him, I mean like, hey, do you think it's good for the country that he came out and started saying a bunch of B shit about stolen elections, or that he tried to
Yeah,
steal the
no, no.
election,
Yeah,
or
that's a
that?
totally different question. No.
Okay, so I
Uh-uh.
don't think that that type of person should be running our country.
Yeah, and you can think whatever you want. You can not like the person, somebody's personality. You can think whatever, but at the end of the day, we have to look at, like I said, the quality of life and national security and who it's better under. And you
It's
just got to take the good with the
Democrats.
bad, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. I mean, I can sit at home and cry about everything, but for the most part, the president doesn't change your day to day life.
He
It
absolutely
doesn't
does.
matter. No, sir. How does it change your life? I mean, it
Have you
probably
seen
changes your
gas
life
prices?
drastically because this is your stream. Yeah, gas prices are fun.
They're fine.
They're no worse than they were under Biden. Yeah, they're fun.
So they were high under Biden because of Trump too. You know that, right?
Oh, okay. We'll say that they're higher under Biden because of Trump, but they're higher under Trump because of Trump. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll play that game. So yeah, I don't care about gas prices. They're
That
fine.
must be
I
nice.
make a good amount of money, so I'm chilling.
So what you're saying is you're just kind of like insulated from all the poor like decisions that Trump has made, and that you're just kind of all the same.
Yeah, so it's like the president doesn't change your day to day life, your day to day activities. All it's going to do is, hey, when there's a new person that has been voted in, all you do is look at their policies, and then you just learn and know how to navigate through the next few years and what's going to be the most advantageous for you. It's not like it's going to change anything. There's
I
nothing
think
that
you're
you
just
can
kind of
do.
minimizing the fact about how bad Trump is, especially on the world stage. And I
No,
think
it's
that, like,
not
I think
bad.
you
My
can be like
business is
ignorant in
booming.
bliss. Sure,
Mm-mm.
you're doing an anecdote, but what we can do is like look at data and say that
Business
Trump
is
is
doing
very
great.
bad for business. Trump is very
No.
bad for the economy.
No, sir. People are spending. I'm sitting here telling you right now, Pickles. If you can't make it in this country, you can't make it anywhere.
I'm
You
not
can't
saying
do
people
it.
can't make it. I'm saying that he is
Oh,
creating less than favorable conditions. So, like, could conditions be better, and could be more people be
oh
making
yeah,
it even further under somebody else? And the answer is
yeah. Oh yeah,
yes.
dude. Like
So
in a
I
hypothetical
feel like
world,
you're
yeah,
just
sure.
being disingenuous, right? So, like, you're just
No,
saying,
no,
I just don't really care. Like,
no. I don't make
I have
excuses.
wealth. Nobody's making excuses, but we're
Yeah,
just saying
you
that
don't want to blame the government for your either bad problems, whether that be lifestyle, whether that be your horrible spending
I
habits,
don't
whether
have
that be
problem.
your horrible
I'm
investments.
doing okay. I'm doing just fine. So I'm not sitting here
Yeah.
crying because of my conditions. I'm
Well,
sitting
yeah.
here
Well,
and
you
saying that
grift
Trump is
online to other people that have these these bad issues. I understand
not even true.
your position.
Not even
What?
true.
What do
So
you mean not even true?
so you can call this a grift all you want, but
Whatever, LARP,
this is
online.
entertainment.
I'm saying, I know, but for your job, you specifically get on here and try to get an echo chamber of people that agree with you, so they send you money. I mean, I know the gig. I'm talking about everybody else that
That's a
listens
fun
to you.
caricature of
Want
what
to?
this is, but I think what you're describing is like church or something. So what I do is I talk to people who have the opposite opinion of me, which is the
Mhm.
opposite of an echo chamber, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying your chat, the people that are sending you money and the stuff that you're trying to get like gotcha moments, so they send you money like $5 Venmo here and there and that stuff. That's what you try to do. So yeah, it makes sense for you. But I'm saying all the people
Yeah.
watching, these
So
people
kind of
don't have
like
money.
what Charlie Kirk did, kind of like what Trump does. Like he's sitting
Yeah.
there asking for money right now. Trump is as a billionaire. He's got a
hmm
website up, and he like tricks like old people into thinking this country needs saving, and that we're not gonna have a country anymore if you don't send me $1,000 a month.
What? What? Where
Trump
are you getting
Trump
this
does that.
information from?
Did you know
Trump
that?
said if you don't send me $1,000 a month, I can't. Brother, what are you talking
Yes.
about?
Here, man, I can't believe you haven't seen this. Let's go to Donald Trump's website right now. DonaldJTrump.com. Donate now. Here we go. Thank you to the extraordinary honor of being elected as your 47th president. And then you can make a $20 donation, a $47 donation. You can do $1,000. And then
What does that mean?
it's basically just
Because
to
it gives you
contribute
an
to a
option to
billionaire.
$1,000. He's
And it's
tricking
concurrent.
people. Did he
Yes.
trick you into going on to his website?
So the other thing is this is
Pickles,
paired with
stop, bro.
emails, right? So
Stop.
there's an email, and I can read this to you too, but
There's
oh
no way
no.
you're doing this. Pickles, are you tricking people
Hold on,
to
this just
donate to
popped
your
up.
stream?
Will you make a personal sacrifice today to stand with Trump and help protect our Senate and House majorities? Complete my donation. Trump the billionaire needs donations, guys. Oh no.
But Pickles, are you tricking people to donate to you?
No, I'm sitting here
Yeah.
hosting a live and it's completely optional. This is the difference between me and
It is
Trump.
completely optional. You don't have to donate
Hold
to
on.
him.
Stop. When
Dude,
Trump sends you
stop.
an email and it looks like this, it reads, "Are you an illegal immigrant?" And it says, "To prove
Pickles,
you're
are
not an
they
illegal
forcing
immigrant."
people to donate? You said so. The difference between yours and his is optional, right? His is
No,
not
he is
optional.
scaring people. He is scaring
He's
people.
not scaring anyone.
Yes, he is.
What individual was he scaring?
Yeah,
Pickles,
so
are you scared?
he says that people are not going to be able to have a democracy anymore because the evil Democrats.
Yeah, that may be true, but that doesn't scare anybody,
That's not.
bro.
It's not true. That is a fear tactic. Absolutely. You're
Okay,
grasping
well,
at straws.
he's scaring people. So you can't be scaring people about some of the stuff that you're saying. Guys, if we don't get people like this out of office, then we're not going to get free health care, and we're going to like you. I can say the same thing about you.
Yeah. So first of all, there's like no argument to be had against free healthcare or single payer healthcare, but also it's just a fact. It is just a blatant fact that voting blue is far better for the economy. So if you just don't want somebody to come in and enrich
sir.
the absolute
Do you own a
fuck out of
business?
yourself, yes, I do, and I have.
What's your business?
It's called Digital Media. This is my business.
So okay, so you get on here. Okay, no, a legitimate business that
I have owned construction businesses. I have owned iPhone repair businesses. I've owned web design businesses. I've done
Okay, you've owned construction businesses. So what were you
Yes.
doing? Commercial, residential? What were you
residential.
doing? Okay, and like how big? Yeah, like what? Maybe 5, 6 guys that work for you, small little group.
I did 1.7 million in revenue a year.
Okay, but I'm saying like how many like guys would you say? 5 to 10?
Under 10.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Before
That's about
subcontractors.
Okay, yeah, of course, yeah. No, we're not counting that. So, and you would say that under Democrats that your business would make more money than under Republicans?
Yes, easily, yes.
That's actually insane. That for me,
It's
it
just
is the-
demonstrably true. The data
exact
shows it.
opposite.
It is the literal truth that Democrats, without pandemics, do far better in every single way. In fact, like if you choose your favorite AI model and ask it, it'll tell you. Democrats far outmode the absolute piss out of any Republicans when it comes to the economy.
That is not true in my circumstance
is.
at all. Not by net and gross earnings, no, sir.
Yeah, it is. It's just
This will
because you
probably
sucked
be-
at business one year and
Thi-
doesn't like you're saying right now, you're trying to sell to me right now that now personally you are affected by who's president?
No, I'm saying this year too. Right, this current year that we're in right
Wait,
now. Will
you're
probably be
saying
my
that
most
you are
profitable
personally
year ever.
affected by your income depending on who's president?
I'm saying that this year right now will probably be my most profitable year ever.
Yeah. Do you think it's just coincidence or is it because of Trump?
I think that when there's a Republican in office, the money moves more.
All right. All right. So you now agree that the person in office can largely affect your income.
I didn't.
You
never
take
say
back
that
what
they
you said
couldn't.
at the beginning?
I never said that they couldn't affect your income.
Yeah, you did. You're like, oh, it doesn't personally affect anybody. You
I
just
said it
wait
doesn't
for 4
affect your
years.
day-to-day life and the choices that you make.
There you go. Okay,
That's what
so
I
your
said.
day-to-day life has nothing to do with your income?
Are you about to put him down here, baby? Oh, okay.
Do you got both your legs behind your head right now?
What?
Are they both behind? Do you usually stretch before you do this?
I had to leave. My wife was putting my son down to bed in there, so I had to walk into a different room. Sorry. What were you saying?
So you take back what you said earlier?
Yeah, no, I said it doesn't affect your day-to-day life.
So your
That's what I
day-to-day
said.
life's not affected by your income?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in that metric, yeah, I would say yeah.
Oh,
it
dang.
is.
So you kind of take back what you were saying earlier, huh?
No, I'm saying I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna sit at home and cry about who's the president. I'm gonna go to work.
That's one way to
every single
characterize
day,
it.
Get up and go to work and not cry about, the government doesn't do this, doesn't do that. I'm gonna go make a
Yeah.
shitload of money, and then I'm gonna pay for all the stuff that I want. It's that
That's fun.
simple.
That's super
if,
cool.
if people made it like if they gave like just an inkling of the half, just of a percentile of the effort that they do, that they get online and cry about stuff, if they do like going out and working
Like
and
Charlie
bettering
Kirk did?
themselves and starting a business, then they would be way more successful. But they would rather sit at home and cry and make excuses about the government and
I think that you can do both at the same
systems and
time.
all this other
So yeah,
stuff.
I think that it is a huge thing that, like, I don't know, the president has convinced half the country that, like, voting doesn't work. I think that's huge. I think I'd rather live in a country where people don't doubt our democratic
You think
processes.
there's no issues in the voting?
No, none that would largely affect anything. No,
Do you think there's issues or no issues?
no issues. It can literally
Okay,
stay
so
the same forever from now until the end of time, and it will still be effective and just fine.
yeah, it can be effective, but there's ways we can make it better.
No, I
Why
think
would
that
we wanna make
everything
it
that
better?
y'all have proposed to make
Why don't
it
we get
better
rid of fraud?
would make it worse. Everything that you've done to make it
because
better,
you-
make it worse.
Yeah, of course you would, because you guys need numbers and you guys need to
When more people vote, we win. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And when more people that aren't eligible to vote, y'all win.
You have no
So
proof of that.
yeah, of course y'all don't want to crack down on voting.
You have no
laws.
proof of that.
That would be so dumb. Like
So-
that's
You have no
that's
proof
like
of
a
that,
no-brainer.
and this is what Trump has done: is he's created people like you, who this is like no longer America, right? This is like the fascist thing where stolen elections is now an everyday talking point, and we have half of the politicians in
didn't
our
bring that up.
country.
You brought that up.
Half the politicians in this country can't even admit that Trump lost the 2020 election. That is a very scary place to be, and this could turn violent at any point because of Trump, and that does affect me.
So that affects you?
Yeah, it does.
Like mentally affects you, or what? Like what do you say? How does it?
It could
affect
affect our everyday lives. Yes.
you? Oh, it could. Yeah, and I could drive a Bugatti. I could have a multi-million-dollar mansion in Florida. I mean, are we? We're living in reality.
When you talk about
Let's talk
outlandish things or things that
reality.
we're on the verge of actually happening.
No, we have zero evidence of that.
We have zero evidence of election fraud. Is that what you're talking about?
No, you said that we have evidence that there's something bad about to happen. But what? Show us the evidence.
January 6th, right? We had January 6th
You're talking
happen.
about, dude.
We had January 6th happen
Pickles,
because Trump
you have to
convinced a
stop
bunch
with
of
these talking
rednecks.
points, man. You're talking about
Are you
stuff
just
from
saying? Are you just calling things that I
10
say
years
talking
ago.
points? You mean
Yes.
6 years ago?
Oh, 6, my bad. Dude, well, you have to live in the present, man. That I think that's what's wrong
Really?
with
Is
you
that what
guys.
you were saying to Trump when he was crying all last night about that election? Is that what you were
I
saying?
didn't
Trump,
even watch
you
the
need
State of
to
the
you
Union.
need Trump.
I
You need
didn't
to
watch
stop
it.
talking about 6 years ago, Trump, because that's
Pickles,
what he
I
was
didn't
crying
watch
about.
the
He
State of
was
the Union. I
crying
don't
about
care.
it. That's what he said. That's what he said. He was crying about 6 years ago, Jerry. Are you
I
going
don't
to turn
care.
around and tell Trump to shut up?
I would have said the same thing to him.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't care about
You
6
would've
years ago.
cucked
Let's
for
talk
it.
about today.
Yeah, let's talk about today. You perpetuating stolen election lies.
I don't care about
I
January
do.
6th.
I do.
The issue I care about, let's talk about the blunder in the Middle East. That's what I care about right now.
Oh,
That would
Trump
be my
fucking up our relationship with the whole world and gas prices and the economy of the whole world? Yeah, we could talk
yes,
about that.
that would be something that needs to be addressed. Not
Oh, dang.
all of this other
So
bullshit.
do you think that without Trump we would have done that?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't think so, man.
I would probably lean more towards no, but I mean, you never know. It's just
All right,
hypothetical.
so
but
like the
but
person
that
in
would-
office does make a huge difference, right? And you can't. Would am I going to sit here and tell you you're crying right now because you have that complaint that's one of your grievances? What am I going
No,
to
it's not a
characterize?
grievance.
Would that
Like,
be disingenuous of me to say you're crying?
No, that's the difference. Like, it doesn't matter. That would be something I would want to talk about if we did, but it's still not going to change what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit at home and cry about whoever's in office and policies to make me better. Like, that's the thing. If people didn't just want like the issue with America and with the left is they're lazy and they're entitled. That's it.
Right, bud. I think that's what
Entitlement
I think
and
that
lazy.
is. I think that is just like propaganda fed to you by the right. My little brother, who's MAGA, he hasn't had a job his whole life. Like he just
And
lives
he's
at home.
lazy
and
and
he's lazy.
entitled.
And he unironically makes posts about people need to stop living on food stamps, even though he lives off of his parents. He lives off his parents his whole life. I think you could be very stupid and unaware of yourself and be MAGA. And I think that a lot of people are like that.
It is possible. Yeah, I would probably say that there could be some people on the right, but it just seems to be a very I don't know. It just is very prominent on the left. All the people that are on the left,
The
they
left
always
pays
want to
the
be the
entire
victim.
country's bills.
They
Like
want
the left has to.
the,
We are so sick and tired of paying this entire country's bills. We're so sick and tired of paying all the Republican states' bills at the end of the year. We want y'all to get off your fucking ass and pay your own bills and raise taxes to a way where it closes the deficit, and you just won't do it.
What do you mean raise taxes? Like on who? Like what?
I don't know. Fucking figure it out. Stop running on cutting taxes every year.
Yeah, that's the best. You want to pay more taxes?
No, I want you guys to fucking fix your budget and stop making us pay your taxes, bub.
No, yeah, Pickles, my mission at the end of the year, when I talk to my accountant, when I'm getting towards the end of the year, and she says, hey, this is how much you made, this is how much you're going to pay, I would either go buy something that is X amount of dollars so you don't have to pay.
We're
I
talking
want
about two
to
different
pay
things.
$0.
I know, and
at
that
the
is
end of
the
the year.
culture that the right has created. Is you guys have created a pit hole, just a bottomless hole where nobody can fucking pay your bills besides us. We Democrats have to pay your bills every year, and I feel so sorry for you. You don't see it.
What are you saying? You want to pay tax?
I want you guys to balance your fucking budget and stop playing with blocks.
No, Pickles, I'm for smaller government.
That doesn't fix anything. Every time,
Nothing.
look at all the cuts that Trump has made to USAID and with Doge. They've done nothing but fuck everything up. That's cost us more money.
But what has it fucked up?
Do you know what the screwworm outbreak?
Are you being serious?
Yes. Do you
That's
know
what it's
about
fucked
that?
up?
Yes.
Dude, stop. I can't tell if you're trolling.
Do you know what that is?
I haven't even. Pickles.
So nervous laughter doesn't protect you from this.
No, Pickles. I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Okay, I'm being dead serious as a heart attack. So
tell us about this this tragedy.
Yeah, so screwworms, something that we haven't seen, I think, like in 60 years. Trump thought he was a genius, and he came in and he saw a program that we were sterilizing a male fly using radiation, and it was costing us, I think it was like $30 million a year. And he goes, "We're cutting that. That sounds stupid." And the next thing you know, this fly is now in South Texas and now in New Mexico, and it's even north of me now, and I'm in North Texas. But this screwworm is a flesh-eating worm that targets cattle. So now our cattle and our meats have skyrocketed in price, and we have these larvae that eat your fucking pets. I have a dog. I have to watch out for it. They're costing us millions and millions of dollars. They're putting farmers out of business, and Trump is now going to be paying $1 billion to fix this. That's what your stupid small government ass gets you. And by the way, Trump is not small government. He is marching his own Gestapo into multiple cities, shooting people, having them being pulled over based on their skin color and their accent and their jobs. This is not
And the
small
lack of
government.
paperwork. Wait. Throw in the paperwork too.
You don't get pulled over for lack of paperwork, do you? You can't get pulled over for that, right?
Oh, so they don't even know these people. They're just walking up to random people like me and shooting us, gunning us down in cold blood.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that happens.
That's
all
what
the
happened.
time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's never people that are going out here and getting in the way of law enforcement doing their job. Like,
no.
Pickles, you can't be serious.
No, I'm
you
dead
can't
serious.
Be serious
Yes.
right now.
Yes, they
live in a delusional planet, brother.
Yeah. What about the guy in Maine? What about the guy in Maine?
Bro, you live in a fairy tale world
so
where it's the cops'
are you running
fault
from
for
this?
doing their job.
Yes, it is.
That is nuts.
Yeah, Trump is in line to do far less deportations than Biden.
Go, mama. Go, mama. Sorry, go ahead. I'm muting.
Trump is online to do far less. We're talking millions less deportations than Biden, and on his way in doing it, triple the size of ICE and slaughtering U.S. civilians.
Wait, did you ask me a question? I'm sorry. What were you saying? My son was going to get a bath. What'd you say?
Trump has tripled the size of ICE.
Yeah.
He has given them the ability to pull you over and detain you based on your skin color, That's
Given them
new.
the ability. What do you mean? What new law did he sign into effect that gave them the ability?
It is a Supreme Court decision that
So
now
the
they can
Supreme
pull
Court
you
did it,
over.
not Trump. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
no,
Keep going.
at the request of Trump, the Supreme Court has given law enforcement the ability to pull you over based on your skin color, which is very racist. This is not a country I want to live in.
Move then. That's simple. Move.
No, I'm going to sit here and vote. Why don't you move? If you want to go live in dictatorship, go move.
Oh, I like it. I'm not crying about it.
Right, you're just like upbeat about Trump doing the worst job ever, just because you just so happen to maybe be making some money.
I don't think it's the worst job ever. I think the one blunder that he's had would be the Middle East. That's it.
That's it. Besides doing a military state, a police state here in the United States.
No, but I'm for mass deportations.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
done less than Obama has.
Yeah, I know. If you really want deportations,
loved ICE.
If you love deportations,
used ICE.
If you love deportations, you just vote Democrat, right? Because we do it better every time.
I don't. If any candidate that says, "Hey, we're going to do mass deportation to get all these illegal immigrants out of here," I'm going to support it. Yeah,
So-
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not
so-
gonna be like, no, fuck, no, we're not doing that.
So you just
will
run on the
support it.
rhetoric. So Trump is doing the worst job at deportations, but as long as he's mean and he's killing Americans,
So
it's
okay,
good.
so let's talk about what Obama did. Tell us how bad Obama. I'm gonna mute up. Tell us how bad Obama was and how disgusting he was for deporting people. Go ahead.
So when
I'll listen.
when Obama was deporting people, 60% of the people he deported were criminals, 20% were repeat offenders, and the 10% were at the border. So you go ahead and tell me, what do you think Trump's makeup is? What do you think it is? I'm going to help you. It's 70%.
Near as bad.
70% non-criminal.
You made that sound way better for Obama.
70% non-criminal for Trump. What was Obama's criminal deportation?
You said 60. You made that sound way.
No.
worse.
Obama was 60% were criminals, and Trump. How many of them were criminals?
Less than 70%.
No, it's like less than 10.
Less than 10.
Yeah, 70% are non-criminal. Do you see the difference? Trump's spending three times more.
One, when somebody else was deporting people, it was great. It was a good thing. Now it's horrible.
It was great.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, and now when you
Yeah.
when you're spending $1 trillion,
Dude,
and you've created a $350 billion deficit, which Obama did not do, when you do it with mass deportations, yes, it's way worse because we're good at math. We like good economy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It like I said, when one person does it, it's great. When the other person does it, it's horrible.
When Trump does it and he's weaponizing ICE and it's bigger than any country's military on earth besides China, yes, we start to say, hey, that's bad. That's not good.
See, Well, this is by whitehouse.gov. I'm trying to find actual stats on this. There's really nothing on it. I don't even know where you got the information that you got from. I don't see anything here.
What are you looking at?
Well, this is just specific. Most of it is just current stuff. So it's about it's just about the numbers now. Obama. This is what I want to see. Let's see. Fact check. Trump versus Obama on. Okay. Oh my God, dude. This is Obama a social media user says that there's 56 deaths in ICE custody during 2 terms of Barack Obama.
How many of them were civilians? How many of them were just pulling people over?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what this article is talking about. Deaths and dude, I don't care. I want to look at the numbers. Donald Trump's deportation record compared. Okay, this is what I want to see. There we go. Let's see the numbers. That's really all I'm looking for. Okay, so we got immigration removals from 2009 to 2004. Obama. So
There you go. Obama, it's 56.7%. were convicted of crimes. How many of them under Trump? What percent of Trump's
Over Obama's
deportations
2
are
terms.
criminally convicted? 30 to 40%. And then 70% have no criminal record. He's just grabbing ladies at Walmart, tackling people in strawberry fields, arresting people outside schools, arresting people at courthouses.
Why would he do that?
Because he's fucking wild. Because he's
No,
making money.
no, Pickles. I'm saying, what is the reason that these people are being tackled? What are the reason these people are being
Because
deported?
they can't find anybody, and Trump wants his deportation numbers up.
They can't find any. Oh, so they're deporting like American citizens.
They have deported some American citizens, but no, I'm saying my grievance
Who
is
are
that
they
Trump is
deporting?
largely targeting people who are benign, who are here like operating within society, contributing to our economy, who have like children here, who are married.
Oh, who came here legally?
A lot of them did come here legally. 40% of these people are legally, they entered legally, and they just like overstayed a visa.
Oh, so they broke the. Oh, okay, I like how you left that part out. So they just overstayed. So I like how you put.
Oh
the
man,
part at
that's
the
so
end where
crazy.
It makes them a criminal.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we need to spend $1 trillion
It's a
hunting down
crime,
people.
yeah.
Oh no.
So wait. So it would be. Wait. So that number needs to change to 100% of his deportations are criminal, right?
No.
So
that's civil.
So
That's a
overstaying
civil.
the visa.
That's civil.
Overstaying. Yeah. Okay. So overstaying your visa. That's the reason these people are getting deported, is what you're saying.
Ooh man.
Okay. Now we get to the.
Can I
truth.
ask? All right, let's do a thought experiment.
Over Obama's
all right, federally, the green stuff, it's illegal, right?
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I don't know where you live.
I live in butt shit Texas, where they even outlawed diet weed here.
Yeah. Okay.
The green stuff is federally illegal, right?
Oh yeah, it's not federally protected. Yeah.
Yeah, so should we spend a ton of money? Should we spend $1 trillion fucking goddamn it dollars finding everybody that smokes weed?
When is that
It's
a
illegal.
national security threat?
Is this a national security
Yes,
threat? No,
yes.
it's not.
Yes, sir.
No, it's not.
Yes, sir.
How does it affect our national security? Tell me.
Having people here that don't have our values and didn't come here the right way. How is that a national security
How is that
threat?
national security threat? Just because you're like, oh no.
People that aren't eligible to vote that are voting, people that we do not know who
They're
are
not
that are
voting.
in this country.
They're not voting.
So now these people don't vote.
No.
Look that up and put it back on the screen just like how you just did.
Oh, the Heritage Foundation did a great study on this. You know who that is?
No. But
They wrote
look
Project
up-
2025, the thing that Trump has no idea about, but he's done 60% of it. They're extremely like far right, problematic Christian nationalist group.
Problematic. Oh, I've never heard of them, so I don't know.
So
Sounds like
the
you live
Heritage
in that
Foundation did a election fraud study, and they found less than 100 instances of election fraud over the last like 50 years.
What does that have to do with
The percentage of fraudulent votes is .0000000.
No, look up the percentage of illegal immigrants that are voting. Look up that and then put it on the screen.
Yes, the percentage of fraudulent votes in Arizona the last 25 years, election was a minuscule .0000000, and no election outcome in the U.S. has ever been altered by ballot fraud.
So,
number of Heritage Foundation numbers of years analyzed 25, 27, 13, 38,
so
30,
put this up.
30.
What is bad about this? Tell me what is bad about this. It says over Obama's 2 terms in office, 5.3 million immigrants in total were deported. Okay. During Trump's first term in administration, oversaw removal of 2.001 million. So Obama did 5.3, Trump did 2. Numbers then jumped significantly during Biden's term, reaching almost 5 million again. 4.7 million.
A lot of them were at
people.
the border, right? Because the
So
border
we can
wasn't
say
open.
so it's safe to say that Obama and Biden are more disgusting, and these people were hurting our country.
They got
more than
mostly
Trump.
criminals.
Right?
Mostly
so
criminals.
Who's hurting our country more?
Mostly criminals.
So this 2 million is worse than this 9 than
No,
10.
Trump tripling it right now.
Okay,
This
that
time
makes
around,
sense.
tripling the budget and hemorrhaging money and jamming up cities with ICE and demanding concessions from cities to change laws and to hand over election rolls, to hand over voter rolls to the federal government, which is illegal, is literally using the ICE as his Gestapo.
ICE is doing legitimately what their job is.
No, they're not. They're killing people.
That is
They're
what their
untrained.
job is.
They're literally untrained idiots.
Pickles, if somebody tries to hit me with a vehicle, guess what?
Nobody was going to be hit by a
guess.
vehicle. Nobody was going to be hit by a vehicle. Renee Good wasn't going to hit anybody with a vehicle.
Pickles,
The
if
guy in
somebody
Maine was not
came
going to hit anybody
towards
with a
me-
vehicle.
Listen, if somebody comes toward me with a vehicle, what do you think I'm going to do? And I will throw it out there. I am armed at all times.
Perfect. So
What
if
do you
you
think I'm
shoot the
gonna do?
driver, you're still going to get hit by the vehicle, right?
I hope not. I hope I can step out of the way.
That's the answer is
Um,
yes.
No, I hope I can step out of the way.
Okay.
Because if the vehicle's close.
Yeah,
But
you
what
should
do you
just
think
get
I'm
out
gonna
of the
do?
way. Instead of trying to
Oh, I should
focus
just get out
on
of the
getting
way.
a headshot and getting your frag count up,
Eliminating the threat.
that doesn't eliminate the threat because the vehicle's still
Yeah,
going to run you
she
over.
was no longer a threat.
If momentum is a thing in your reality, you're going to get run over.
No, it could be the same exact situation that the officer was in, where he's beside the vehicle, but she's actively trying to hit him with her car, or
Yeah,
trying to get
that
away
makes
and
total
not following a
sense.
lawful order.
That makes total sense that you're going to be hit
Pickles,
from the side.
let me ask you: you seem like a pretty intelligent guy. If a police officer comes up to your car, let's say that there's one in the back and then one in the front, and he tells you, "Hey, sir, stop."
Wouldn't happen.
Look,
Police
so
officers
you
get
never moved the
training.
vehicle.
The police officers do not stand in front of your vehicle. That is a negative IQ move.
I know,
And that is not in your police
I didn't say
training.
that. I didn't say that he's going to stand in front of your vehicle.
Well,
I
that's
said
what the guy did.
Okay, we'll just take this for example. If a cop pulls you over and tells you, "Hey, Pickles, get out of the car," what are you gonna do? You seem like a pretty intelligent guy. Are you
I'm gonna get out of the car, but can
listen-
ICE
Oh,
tell
good,
a
good.
U.S.
Then
citizen
you'll
to
still
do
be
that?
alive.
Can
Good.
ICE officers do that? You're
Give
you're
somebody
a
a
smart
lawful
guy.
order?
Is that a
Give
lawful?
someone a lawful
Is
order?
that a
Yes.
lawful order?
Yes.
No,
They're
it's
doing
not.
their job. Yes.
No, it's not.
They're doing their job.
No, they're not. Doing their job is not. That is not under their purview. They cannot tell a U.S. citizen to get out of their fucking
Okay,
car.
so Pickles, who was doing their job? The ICE officers or Renee Good?
Renee Good was just trying to fucking go about her day. She was leaving.
She was trying to go about her
She was
day.
leaving.
That's why she was there?
Why were they there? They were stuck in an ice embankment, dude.
Dude, I cannot believe that there is actual human beings that think like this. You
That know
thought
the
Renee
truth?
Good was trying to go about. I gotta pull up the video. Hold on, I got to. Tell
They're
me,
not
you let me know.
cops. I think you're running
Let
from this.
me-
You're pivoting. Can an ICE officer walk up to your car, Jerry, and tell you to get out of your car?
No, what about this? I want you to show me
You're
where
running
she
from
was
this.
going about her day. No, we're about
When
to
she
talk about
chalked her wheels all the way to the right, and the officer was on the left side of her, and she pressed the gas, that's her moving out of the way.
I'm about to pull up the video, and then we're gonna see what it looks like. We're gonna see if it looks like she was trying to go. She was just trying to get out of there. She was just going on her way. That's all she was trying to do. Well, that's what we're about to see. And then you see, and then because we know what the judges said,
What
we know exactly
judges?
what the judges said.
What judges?
The people that what the officer went to
Trump
court.
shut down all investigations of this. What do you mean they went
Oh,
to
so-
court?
So the ICE officer never
No, he was
uh,
moved. He was moved.
What do you mean he was moved?
They moved him to a different state.
Was moving to a different state have to do with anything?
He was never put on leave. Anything. What are you talking about? What judge?
He had to go to court if you
That you would think, but this is Trump's Gestapo. There was no court.
Oh, I
What are
thought
you
there
smoking?
was. I thought there was. I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I
you would
thought
think that there was, but in a normal country. But Trump doesn't do that. Wake up, dude.
He said Trump. It's Trump doesn't. Trump would said, He's
Yeah,
not having
he
court
said
today.
yes, they're immune. He gave them full immunity. Yes, wake up, buddy.
This will be a good shot. This will be a great shot to start it. Here we go. So this would be her right here. Does this look like a person trying to leave, trying to get out of her way? That person right there?
That's her wife.
Following? Okay.
That's her wife, dude. You dumb.
It doesn't matter who it is. Does this human being right here look like somebody trying to leave?
That's her wife.
That came in this vehicle?
Did she get caught? Did she get shot?
No. The person that did is over here. But listen, this person's
You
at
don't
work.
know anything about this case. You're literally doing your
Pickles.
homework right now. You're in
Pickles,
class right now before it's due. You're doing your work right now.
Pickles, look, this person's at work. This person isn't. This person's doing their job.
This other
person is
person,
not.
neither of them are at work. Neither of them
Okay,
are.
yeah, this
that
person
you're pointing
is at
to
work.
that is an ICE uniform, he was caught in a fucking ice embankment. He was not doing anything. He was not on official duty.
And to you, this person right here is just trying to leave and go home. Right?
When she was
This
leaving,
individual.
she got caught. When she was leaving, she got shot.
Oh, once she left, after she's already caused a big disturbance and already been doing things that she shouldn't have been doing and already not following lawful orders, then she tries to leave. No. It's too late. Now you're under arrest.
No, you can't.
Like, I don't
you
think you understand how
can't.
that
Can
works.
ICE arrest you?
They're law enforcement. They're literally law enforcement.
ICE cannot arrest you, a citizen.
They're law enforcement.
No,
They
they're
can
not,
arrest you.
dude. No, they can't.
Okay.
No, they can't.
I guess, man. I guess that they can arrest people.
As a matter of law, U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement cannot assert civil immigration authority to arrest U.S. citizens.
Yep. Well,
Jerry, I'm going to let you go home and think about long and hard about what you're talking about, all right?
I'm at home.
Guys, someone like that, we need to make fun of them in public, dude. We need to point at them and make fun of them in public. That guy's vote matters just as much as yours. ICE can detain anyone. If somebody's interfering with their investigation, maybe. But this isn't that. ICE was not at work here, so it's not that. It's like no, they can't. The only thing that they have right now is they have this way of scanning your face with AI, and they can be like, oh, you have a 67% match with this person who is an undocumented migrant. Then maybe they can stomp all over your rights and arrest you, maybe. But that's it. They can't just arrest you. No. They can't just assume that they have to have a reasonable cause. And the reasonable cause has been stretched to race, accent, job, vocation, whatever. But no, they can't just be like, you're under arrest. No. And yes, this is a dog cam at the bottom. Chat, if you enjoy these debates, give me a follow. Also have a Cash App and Venmo and PayPal in the bio. If you guys are trying to support me, this is a community-driven stream. Mm, 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 mm. Imagine being a cuck for that kind of police, like that kind of law enforcement. The "Don't Tread on Me" crowd is really licking some boots right now. Is the phone line off? I'll turn it back on. Honestly, I think I might get off here soon. What time is it? I wonder the percentage of Trump supporters that think ICE agents are cops. Detaining and arresting, yeah. Detaining is not the same as arresting. Detaining means like almost like temporary. It's like, hey, you have to sit here until I'm finished investigating. Arresting, like you're in handcuffs, right? In order to detain, you do have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion. That's for anybody. Oh, yes. Guys, this is my main account. Please give it a follow. One day we will be live back on that account. One day. What's up, Davo? All right, I think I'm getting off, chat. I think I'm getting off. I love you guys. It's been a nice little Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm sorry, Davo. I love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, and I've gotta watch Yellowstone. I've gotta watch some Yellowstone, y'all. All America in the next 5, 10, 15 years handle the kids left behind by ICE. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Chat, I love you. I will see y'all later. Bye.